Boom. Let's go, y'all. We taking it back, y'all.
Yeah.
DQ.
Check. Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright. Nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In the room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Calculated every step, so I can't stand a hater out here hating on. Niggas out here making moves, see a hand out the type of shit they waiting on. I'm the type to overlook a hand, cause the wrong step will cost an arm and leg. Niggas tripping, signing deals in red. I'ma hit the booth and make some hits instead. Light years ahead, we done go short a couple of albums, see we up for the challenge. Now I'm focused on the bread, but these niggas be fucking astounded when it come to my talents. It just pop up past when it come to the salad, yeah, zips to the head. And we never mind hating consumers when it come to the rumors, cause we put them hoes to bed. Oh yeah, niggas try to take the page out my book and take the same steps I took. Networking, cultivating relationship, a skill still for real overlooked. Whole squad moving like we Voltron, yeah, the whole nine looking like a gold mine. I'ma show mine, nigga, when it's go time. I'ma blow mine, niggas, when it's showtime. Niggas try to take the page out my book and take the same steps I took. Cultivating networking relationship, a skill still for real overlooked. Whole squad moving like we Voltron, yeah, the whole nine looking like a gold mine. Only show mine, nigga, when it's go time. I'ma blow mine, niggas, when it's showtime. Yes, sir. Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright. Nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Yeah. Big dreams, nightmares and monsters. Pimp thieves, hoes, thoughts and choppers. Crooked oppers, play cops and robbers. Siblings, smoke weed's the mantra. Weigh risk against shit that cost us. Hit a lick, it tastes bittersweet. You just a good soul, you wanna save the world, but you ain't they type, so they hint to lead. Wholesome souls die and world's incomplete. So I chase the pain so I can chase my dreams. Liquor is licorice inside my candy shop. Candy paint drop with wood grain supreme. Good for it, I'm good for it. Sorry the wave you'll see when you look for it. Real recognize the real you look for. Pressing your luck and I wish you would force. You don't want a person nigga that be living on this North Star. So close but I'm so far. I'm a tiger in the woods but I swing like a home run. Holistically on par. You don't really want war but I'm raw like a tennis racket. How about Venus but I'm on Mars. So went the galactic is soup for your solar. Bring it back now. You don't want a person nigga that be living on this North Star. So close but I'm so far. I'm a tiger in the woods but I swing like a home run. Holistically on par. You don't really want war but I'm raw like a tennis racket. How about Venus but I'm on Mars. So went the galactic is soup for your solar. Virgo. Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever
DQ,
really thought
y'all.
about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright. Nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right.
Ah, that's fire. That is fire. Boom. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the month of March, man. I squandered damn near the whole Black History Month. Squandered it. I've been super busy. All right, super busy. But I feel like I squandered Black History Month. I had like 8 different shows planned for Black History Month, and I was only able to get like 3 of them done. Right? So I think I'm going to extend Black History Month out because we shouldn't miss out on that information or them shows that I produced because those shows are produced and they in the chamber, and we can't sit around and wait for 2025 Black History Month. So we're going to get those things out this month on a timely fashion. I still didn't do J.A. Rogers. Definitely going to do J.A. Rogers. But peace to everybody who made it to the Carnivorous Podcast this evening, Saturday, March 2nd. All right? So I want to say peace to all of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for making it. And we're here. We're here. Community of Skeptics did a show today, and it got me through my whole work day, right? Damn near. I went into work at 6 o'clock this morning. Well, 5:30 this morning. So I think Unc had went live like at 10 o'clock, and he just finished. So damn near my whole work day, right, was I'm cutting hair, I'm in the shop, I'm banging, right? And I was just listening to the show. I couldn't chime in as much as I wanted to because I was in the middle of working. But, it was many of things that I wanted to say, but I had to leave it on the table. It was some things that Smash brought up that I really couldn't counter. But like I was telling Smash in the chat that he was saying he was in the hot seat, and he was saying the hot seat wasn't that hot. But but Smash, I want to tell you this. The hot seat wasn't that hot over there on the Community of Skeptics because people want reconciliation, right? It got too nasty. So nobody really wanted to ruffle your feathers a little bit too hard over there. So that's why it was kind of, they didn't want to go full throttle with their disagreements or their questioning on you, right? Pretty much we did our research. We know what you can't answer and what you can answer. So it's like beating a dead horse at this point. We know your talking points. Well, I know your talking points, and I feel like over there on the Community of Skeptics, they know your talking points. They know what you can prove and what you can't prove. You already done showed it. All right? So it was no reason to beat a dead horse. The things that you stand firm on, you stand firm on. The things that you show that there's wiggle room or movement, you show it. So we know where everybody is at. All right? So we don't even have to trip over that. So that's why that hot seat wasn't that hot. All right? So, but I'm glad you brothers made some leeway and reconciliation. You know what I mean? Y'all can be on the same panels and still and conduct yourself cordially and still laugh with each other at the end of the day. So we ain't pulling off no scabs, right? We want that reconciliation because the community grows when everybody is in communication and having healthy conversations together, right? So yeah, boom. So I got the Discord up, right? The Carnivorous Podcast Discord. Y'all go ahead and click on to that, and we're gonna see if we can do something over there on that Discord, right? Maybe we can keep these conversations going a little bit further in the Discord, and I want everybody to participate. The pseudo killers, their Discord is jumping and popping. They doing big things over there with their Discord. And I kind of fell off of everything. I was one of the major components to pushing the Discord because I seen how you could interact with your audience better and build a community where more people could participate and have input, and you could generally make the conversations more in depth, right, with the Discord. So I was always over there pushing for the Discord, for us to use the Discord better over there. So for this channel, I think that the Discord will be vital, even to us tapping in with the conversations and building conversations even better. Shows get even better when we build them all day on Discord and back chats, working together on topics and hammering things out. So by the time we go live and the YouTube see it, we done already ironed out so many great points. That's the things that the Discord can provide for interactive podcasts like what we got going on over here, right? Just like the pseudo killers. These podcasts that we do are interactive, right? They are mainly driven by the audience, all right? The audience. That's why we don't do the blocking and the timing out as much on these channels, because we recognize that the audience makes the channel, right? We know that y'all come over here to have fun, right? To express yourselves, so we let y'all do it as much as we can. It's community driven. All right, that's the beauty. You know, the only thing I do is press the button. That's it. Y'all run this thing. All right. Y'all let me know when the topic is outdated and when y'all want to move on. Y'all tell me what topics y'all want covered. Right. It's you know, most of the time I'm engaged in whatever. Most of the time I'm engaged in whatever topics that y'all will want to bring up. I'm all over the place. I can go in so many different directions, right? I think my main love is history, but you know, Malcolm X said, throughout all our endeavors, history is best rewarding of our research. I like the way he said that. Because there's a history to everything. There's a history to everything. So I can always go into many different topics because I understand there's a history to everything, and I love history. So I can get interested in almost any topic because you could always look at the history of it. Right? You could always look at the history of it. And as soon as I start reading about history and the origin of things, I'm on it, right? I like to know how the world got to where it's at now. That's why I love history, right? So most of my conversations, right, I will excel or be very engaged in the parts of that conversation that has to do with history. That's just how my mind works, all right? So I can go into many different topics, right? Y'all line them up and we'll knock them down. But peace to everybody in the building. Y'all can see the name of the title of the show. The title of the show is, what is it, y'all? Let me, cause I just be writing.
Check.
Hold on. Boom. It is The Black Land or the Land of the Blacks. The Black Land or the Land of the Blacks. It's the name of the show. All right? The Black Land or the Land of the Blacks. The war is over, but there's still no ceasefire on the information. We're still aiming at targets and knocking them down, right? We're still engaged in armed combat when it comes to certain things that we went to war over. And Kemet, whether it's the Black Land or the Land of the Blacks, I feel as though the side that are proposing that Kemet could possibly mean the Land of the Blacks, I don't think that they proved their point. I don't think that they are able to fully prove their point, right? Matter of fact, I think that they don't have no academic grounding to even make their claim. They don't have no scholastic grounding to make their claim. Now, when I'm talking about scholastic, I'm talking about the scholars that's actually in the field. Not them. All right? Not them. You know. When we read their sources even say that Kemet means the black land, referring to the soil. All right? Even their sources says that. So we not going to play. Every source that they pull up for the most part says what we are saying. Period. So even though the war is over, right, we still don't have no concession on that. All right? Hey, Sugar Brown Sugar Babe. You see this Discord link right here that I just posted just for you? I need you to go and click that right there. That's just for you. And the rest of y'all fish-eye fools, go over there and click that link and go ahead on in the Discord, right? And let's get it popping. All right, I'm trying to wait for it to build up before we start pulling up these sources. So who in the building so far? We got my man 𝓎𓅓𓏏�. 𝓎𓅅�𓏏�, I'm gonna need you to help me build that Discord up. I know you've been pressing me to do it. I'm gonna give you some controls over there on the Discord, and you can put some things in there you think we need, create some channels in there you think we need, and help me out overall. So I'm gonna make sure I get you those controls over there. Appreciate you, big bro. Who we got? We got S Rush in the building. We got Brown Sugar. We got UKA. Yep. Brendan is in the building. We got Fetty. Fetty is in the building. Yes is a marathon. Infinite wisdom. What's up with you? American Dream. You've been putting in work, right? I've been seeing you. You've been putting in work. Your line of questioning and reasoning is definitely needed in this current conversation, right? Your proposal to look at black through the lens that you look at it, as not lumping all people together and things like that. In this conversation right here on Kemet, I think that your questioning and your antagonism to the point is definitely needed in this conversation. You be bringing some shit out, right? Your conversation is definitely working right now, and I see you. Donnie Williams, what's up? Contrarian thinker. That's right. Adam Clayton Powell. Man, I threw Unc that picture, right? And I said, man, listen, if people want to understand why the one drop rule in the American standard that Dr. Kerr, whatever her name, Cooney, was speaking about doesn't speak to what we're really trying to get at is for people exactly like Adam Clayton Powell Jr., right? Adam Clayton Powell Jr. was considered a black man, African American, or Negro in America according to American standards. And he could identify as a black man, African American, colored, or Negro in American standard, according to the American standard of that classification. So if he can be classified as black, right, according to the American standard, that means that the American standard is a scale that ranges, that can include all types of looks and phenotypes. That was the point. So anybody could be loosely thrown into the category of black if they have any questioning of black African heritage or ancestry, right? There was presidents, J.A. Rogers, again, J.A. Rogers, I'm gonna bring him up again. He wrote a book, The Four Negro Presidents, or a little pamphlet, right? And he had traced back, right, African ancestry in 4 American presidents, right, that could be considered black according to American standards at the time. None of them looked black. Right? They could pass. They could pass for white, right? Because they were white. But according to American standards, right? If somebody could find that you had so-called Negro ancestry, then they could classify you as a black person. It's crazy. So that was the point that Cooney was making. All right. Who else we got in the building so far? We got 𝓎𓅓�����. Is that 𝓎𓅓�����? How do you say your name? I think your name is written in, that looks like Coptic, right? That's Coptic. So what is that? Spell your name out. All right. All right, 𝓎𝓅𝓏. I think I can't read Coptic, so I see a P, I see a Egyptian crown, and some other letters and some hieroglyphs in there, right? But he says you should see what the word for Egypt in Coptic to get an understanding. Okay, let's look that up. That's a good point. Infinite wisdom. Infinite wisdom says, Chef, so your stance is ancient people of Kemet were dark-skinned Mediterranean people, but not black, correct? No, that's not my stance. My stance that Egypt is Mediterranean, so the Egyptian people would be considered the Mediterranean people. Dark-skinned, they ranged in skin complexion. See, the thing is saying that black people, right? So it's almost like saying that there was only one culture or group on the Mediterranean, or that can be considered Mediterranean. The whole of North Africa is Mediterranean. You guys want to take Africa out of the Mediterranean. That is crazy to me. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. But you guys, Afrocentrists. Afrocentrists, you're trying to take away African history and geography. I really don't get that. And every time y'all go against Mediterranean, y'all make Chief X right about why y'all do it. All right. 𝓆𝓅𓏏𓖏. You said my link is broken? Wow. My link can't be broken. Y'all tripping. All right, we got Gullah in the building. We got 𝓎𝓅𝓏. Who else we got? We got the Book of 𝓆𝓅𓏏𓖏. The Book of 𝓆𝓅𓏏𓖏 is in the building. We got Shakur back in the building. We got Dr. Benob. Dr. Benob is back in the building. Dr. Benob, they did you dirty over there on Sign That the other day, big homie. They did you dirty. They got you up out of there. They don't want the real Egyptians to speak. They want to have conversations about Egypt, but they don't want the Egyptians on. Because the Egyptians that's in Egypt won't for some reason, is not saying the same thing that Afrocentrics is saying about Egypt. So, you know. Rock. What up? Rock said if someone drug them up, would they classify their bones, dug them up, my bad. If someone dug them up, would they classify their bones as super Negro? You have out the comparative skulls. You leave out the comparative skulls. My bad. You leave out the comparative studies to clarify what black by American standards mean, okay? Immortal Truth is in the building, contrarian thinker. My man Corey, where you at, bro? You been missing in action. All right, I need you on the panel. I'm gonna drop that link to your phone in a second. Let me build this audience. Don't go nowhere, Corey, because you'll dip out. Corey will start playing Call of Duty in the middle of a goddamn build, y'all. It's crazy. I just drew a blank. But anywho, so yeah, the Mediterranean. Gotta stop fighting that, right? We gotta stop sounding silly. Another thing. So listening to the show, I couldn't chime in, but I don't like that y'all let Unc get away, right? So we know what I don't agree with Smash and Reggie and them that Kemet means land of the black people, right? All right, so that's my disagreement with them. That's why I say I stand on an island by myself, right? Y'all see me, I have disagreements with Unc. I have disagreements with Chief X. I have disagreements with Smash. I have disagreements with Reggie. I have disagreements with Corey. Why? Because I have my own mind. I'm not agreeing with nobody just for the sake of being down with them. So every time I go over on the community of skeptics, right, the mods and all of them berate me. They berate me because even though Unc is my boy and I'm cool with him, I talk to him damn near every day, right? That don't mean that I agree with that nigga on wild shit that I feel like he say. I'm gonna tell you something about Baltimore niggas. I don't mean to use the word nigga. I apologize. I'm gonna tell you about Baltimore dudes, right? Anytime you see me and Unc on a panel, on a call together, there's gonna be friction. All right? The reason why y'all will see friction, y'all are seeing a Baltimore thing going on, right? Y'all are seeing the Baltimore thing going on right before y'all eyes. Corey is an honorary Baltimore dude. Trust me, he don't even know it, right? The issue y'all see with me and Unc, right, with a lot of the people over there, what's up, Ricardo? With a lot of the mods and the different people on the pseudo killers don't understand is me and Unc is going to bump heads, right? We going to bump heads. Why? Because Unc is highly opinionated. And the way this thing works, right, that if you see somebody loud in my town, right, you challenge them. If you see somebody tough as nails, right, you gotta challenge that. That's just how it works. So when Unc start bumping them gums, right, automatically the Baltimore in me, nigga, you gotta prove that. That's just a Baltimore thing. That's it. And it's probably like that way almost in every hood. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You dig what I'm saying? But I bring who I am in real life onto YouTube. Unc brings who he is in real life onto YouTube. Corey brings who he is in real life over to YouTube. So you see that conflict. That's it. Ain't nobody except. Now, when it's difference between people who just on YouTube to just be on YouTube. You see it in Smash. Smash bring his real life upbringing, as much as he probably don't want to, over to YouTube. So he challenges things. When things don't sit right with him, he challenges them. You see it. It's going to happen. Reggie do it. He challenged it. It's going to happen, right? So I disagree. Chief X do it, right? So listen. When Smash and them say Kemet means land of the black people, I disagree. Y'all see it. When Chief X makes statements and, you know, it goes against what I believe, we disagree, y'all gonna see us disagree, right? Right, and that's with everybody. With Unc, man, y'all let him get away with stuff, right? His crew shouldn't let him get away with that stuff. Shouldn't. When he makes statements like African Americans are the only black people, man, that shit crawls up my back in the worst way. That crawls up my back in the worst way. African Americans are the only black people. And he constantly keeps making that, like it's something. Garfield gets on there today. And Garfield gonna say, before he came to America, he didn't know he was black. This nigga is from Jamaica and sat there on that show and said he didn't know he was a black man until he moved to America. So Jamaicans don't know that they black until an African American tell them that shit. Do you know what type of what it shows is these niggas will say anything to win an argument. And Unc didn't even challenge Garfield on that because he want to go along with that shit. So they all being dishonest now. Me and Unc is from the same neighborhood. The same neighborhood, y'all. We know the same people. And Unc know that Garfield was full of shit on that statement. Why? Because there's something particular about me and Unc's neighborhood in Baltimore City. In Baltimore City, in me and Unc's particular neighborhood, right? There is the biggest West Indian population in Baltimore City actually lives in me and Unc's neighborhood. So we grew up around Jamaicans. Next door to us, here, there, they all around. There's stores. Everything is right in me and Unc's particular neighborhood. We went to school with them. We spent nights over their houses. We know the music. We went to their parties. Our neighborhood is very mixed, right? We have a big West Indian population in our neighborhood, and we also have a large Jewish contingency in our neighborhood. Our neighborhood was once owned by Jews, right? Jewish community in Baltimore, right? So we live in Lower Park Heights, right? It's called Jewtown. It's called Jewtown. Our neighborhood is actually called Jewtown. So, it's diverse, right? Emerging the cultures. Not only that, right? Since it's a heavy West Indian concentration in my neighborhood, there's actually nightclubs and bars in that neighborhood, right? That service the West Indian crowds. Now, the thing about that is that all of the different people from the Caribbean and Africa come to this neighborhood because this where they party at, right? Right? There's a club in our neighborhood, right, called the Blue Caribbean. All right? The Blue Caribbean. Now, in the Blue Caribbean, all black people come there to party in the city. So all of the foreign blacks, right? All of the foreign blacks, right? When they go party, they come party in the Blue Caribbean. So that's where all the foreign blacks, and all of them call themselves blacks. So it be Ethiopians, right? They go to the Blue Caribbean, right? Somalians, Trinidadians, all of these Jamaicans, right? People from the Virgin Islands, right? The Nigerians, all of them go to the Blue Caribbean. And that's right in me and Unc neighborhood on the main strip. You'll go in there, boy, it's all of the beautiful black women from Africa and, man, from the Caribbean, South America, right? You Panamanians, man, everything be in there. It be fire. And ain't nobody in there. All these different, ain't none of them niggas talking about they ain't black. Crazy to me, man. So for Garfield to sit up there and act like African Americans don't know Jamaican culture is crazy to me. He was talking like he comes from somewhere exotic, like in the middle of the Congo somewhere. Bro, we know Jamaicans. We grew up with fucking Jamaicans. Are you shitting me? The same way you know African Americans, we know Jamaicans. And I ain't never met a Jamaican that was confused about being a fucking black man or black woman. I done dated Jamaican women. I've been around their fucking families. I done spent nights over Jamaicans' houses growing up with them. Shit, half of the people, look, in my neighborhood, right? You wouldn't even know a person was Jamaican unless you called their house. So you'll get a female number, right? Young, growing up, middle school, high school, right? You ain't know they was Jamaican until you called their house. And when you called their house and somebody answered the phone with that accent, that's when you're the, damn, I ain't know she was Jamaican. You get on for, girl, I ain't know you was Jamaican, blah, blah, blah. But you ain't know because they was so integrated into our situation. You feel me? We ate at all their stores, right? All of their food, so that their food, everything in my community is heavily Jamaican. So it's crazy. And Unc is the same way. Garfield sat there and said, goddamn, he didn't know he was black until he moved to America. Bro, I don't know what type of Jamaican you is. I don't know what type of Jamaican you is, bro. But that's Unc and Garfield trying to act like African Americans have a disease of calling people black. No, that's what we were called. That's what we're called. People that look like us are called black all around the world. It is just not African Americans. We know what black is. Now, just because y'all can't prove that Egyptians are black no more, now y'all trying to act like nobody else in the world is fucking black but African Americans. That is the nuttiest shit I ever heard in my life. And I don't care if 𝓆𝓏� say so. Listen, I was talking to Brendan earlier. I said, yo, just because a person is an expert don't make me an idiot. So if an expert say something that I know from life experience is a goddamn lie or a misrepresentation, I can call them on that shit. I can call them on that shit. It's crazy. So it's baffling to me to win a conversation, right? Now they don't know what black is. They acting like black wasn't ascribed to our phenotype. So if people have our phenotype, they will call black too. Let's not ever get away from that fucking point, y'all. Because these niggas know what black is. The point is, they're saying that the Egyptians wasn't that. And since them niggas can't hold the line no more, they want to say ain't nobody black. People that had our phenotype was targeted. Do y'all get that? All around the world, wherever you seen people with our phenotype, we was targeted. So yes, the people in the 𝓎𝓏𝓏𝓏 Islands are black. They was targeted because they had this phenotype. They called them negratos, little Negroes. Negritos, I mean. Negritos. So he always asks, is the people of the 𝓎𝓏𝓏𝓏 Islands black? Yeah, bro. They black. People without phenotype was put into a category called Negro. Y'all get that? Negro. So if you had these, if you fell into this phenotypic range, right, you were called Negro. Negro, black, all of these things became synonymous with each other. Right? They became synonymous with each other. So, in order to categorize all these people the same, they looked at certain phenotypes, they said, that is Negro. But, I see you, brown sugar, it ranges, right? That phenotype ranges, right? It ranges. It's not cookie cutter, right? They put a range on it. All right? But to act like we didn't suffer, so I agree with Unc that we suffered because of this racialized category that they put on us, right? I wouldn't say that that's the reason why we suffered. We suffered because of the exploitation of that they put on us. But that phenotypic range in those people actually do exist. They do exist. So black people all over the world who have this phenotype recognize that similarity in each other. And everybody else sees that similarity also. So to deny that is crazy. Even your scholar who came on didn't deny that black people didn't exist. She even acknowledged black. She acknowledged it. She didn't even run from it. I don't know why y'all running from it. The point is that she was making is that the Egyptians wasn't that. And that's what y'all can't get around. That's what y'all can't get around. So, I'm going to throw up this link. I see a couple people want the link. So I got to make a Zoom. So let me start a Zoom up. But that's my rant, y'all. Boom. It was a couple other things that got under my skin, right? That was just, it was crazy, y'all. It was crazy. All right, so let's do this. Man, subscribe to the channel, man. We losing subscribers over here. We losing subscribers over here, man. And now all of the historical things that Unc mentions about what was done to us under the name and that classification, I totally agree. Right? I totally agree. So, not denying that I'm not denying that none of those atrocities happened, right? To us. I'm not saying that discrimination didn't happen, right? But what happened where the pride part comes in, y'all, this where the pride part comes in. The pride part comes in is when we said, man, yeah, we are that. And you still must treat us like a human being. Yes, we are what you say. Yes, we are those black people. Us not denying our phenotype and our heritage, right? That's when the pride comes in. And say, it doesn't matter what I am, right? I'm still beautiful. And I should be respected and given all of the rights as anybody else. And I will never deny what you see. Yes, you see a black man. Yes, you see my daughter. You see a black child. But my black child should be respected and given all of the rights as any other human being. So we shouldn't ever tell white people that they have to deny what they see, that they have to deny this seeing this blackness or this Africanness. They should never have to deny that shit. But what they shouldn't do is attribute inferiority on my fucking phenotype. That's the part that's wrong. I would never deny that I'm fucking black or that black people don't exist in the world because white people couldn't handle it. Because white people had a problem with treating people that look like me correctly. Now I gotta fucking say that black people don't fucking exist. Yeah, we do. We exist. Black people is real. Never denying that shit. Because white people can't handle motherfucking dealing. Because white people got a problem with racism. Now, we gotta deny what the fuck we are. No. You do what Martin Luther King and them did. Martin Luther King ain't never denied being a Negro. Martin Luther King called himself a Negro and said you got to respect that shit. Yeah, I look like this. If that's what you classify as Negro, yes, I'm that. But you still must give me fucking equality. It's crazy. So everywhere you see people with this phenotype, you seeing discrimination put on us, not just in the white world. You seen that happening in the ancient world. Don't never deny who you are. Because you think people going treat you better when you say you ain't black. So if you say you ain't black, do you think that's what the goddamn Moorish Science Temple of America thought? Don't call yourself black. If you call yourself black, they can discriminate on you. Man, they're discriminating on you because of the way you look. They call you ugly. They say your phenotype makes you inferior. All of these things. Listen, they'll just put another name on it. What's up with y'all, man? Let me put this link out, man. I'm tired of ranting, man. Yeah, man, we should never act like all these other people, like African Americans, are the only black people. What? Are you serious? If that's the case, then you just disconnected us from the global black population. What? That's crazy as hell. Listen. When I travel abroad, right? I've been to Brazil. Those black Brazilians recognize me as being another black man. Go to the Dominican Republic. They recognize me as another black man. Now, they understand that I'm African American, right? So our cultures are different, right? Our outlooks on certain things is different, but they acknowledge that shit. So it's even crazy when I see Dominicans here talk about they ain't black. Because in Dominica, they talk about being black. Now, they don't talk about being black like that. they kind of switch it up a little bit because they don't want you to think that they are the same as the Haitian, right? So that's a nationalistic issue that they got going on right there, right? Go to Cuba. Black. And they don't get all of these African Americans. And Cuba just opened up. You go through Havana, right? You'll see African portraits and different things of these black people in Cuba, these black Cubans. You dig what I'm saying? Recognizing their blackness. It's crazy. But these niggas, Jamaica the same way. But these niggas will sit there and tell you that African Americans is the only black people. I guess these niggas never heard of Kwame Nkrumah. I guess they never heard of Kwame Nkrumah. I guess they never heard of the African independence explosion. I guess they never heard of Patrice Lumumba. Guess they never read none of his speeches, talking to his own people and referring to them as black in the black world. I'm gonna throw up this link, y'all. Y'all gotta stop letting him get away with that. Y'all know that African Americans, along with all other people from sub-Saharan Africa and Western Central Africa and their descendants, all of us were called black people. All of us are classified as black people, not just no damn African Americans. That's not an African American problem, being fucking black. Being black ain't a fucking problem. And if y'all believe that, y'all have a goddamn, what you call it, an inferiority complex. Y'all got an inferiority complex, right? Y'all putting y'all inferiority complex over a conversation that we could have been deaded. We could have been deaded the Egyptian conversation. But no, niggas want to act like black don't exist. So now if black don't exist, now we can't distinguish what an Egyptian is and what a non-Egyptian is. Crazy. I'm tired. I'm going to get something to eat. Corey, get in here and run this panel, bro. Where you at? Gullah, that go the link. Crackatosis. Sub-Saharan is a social construct. Sub-Saharan is a geographical designation. But I'm cool with social constructs. If somebody says something is a social construct, I'm not even fighting you. So if you want to click on talking about is a social construct, fine, I'm not even fighting you. It's a social construct. You're right. It's a social construct. Hold on, let me get this. All right, I got my man, my Zoom up. Boom. Got my man Gulla and Antoine in the building. What's up with y'all?
What's good with it, bro?
What's up with you, Gulla?
Oh yeah, man, I was rocking with you. I ain't understand what. That's why I had to say someone Garfield was like, he ain't never heard of. You know, he's black. Like black is definitely an English thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they come with the British, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So Jamaica is an English colony. So they damn near they knew they was fucking black, man.
Right. What the fuck? That was the craziest shit, and nobody checked them. That's my thing right there. How is they acting like African Americans have a problem with calling people black? Like it's like we're injecting this on the rest of the world. What? We didn't do that. Nigga, that shit was put on us like every other person that looked like us. That's not our fucking problem. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, they actually acting like it's. I done seen Africans call themselves black. So, crazy as shit. You think that they don't. They acting like that Africans only distinguish themselves by nationality and tribe. They do, right? That's one distinction. But how do they distinguish themselves racially? They do it by black. So when they're talking about them, the difference between a goddamn say a person from Tanzania, right, and a person from Uganda, all right, they're going to use their nationality. Inside of their country, they'll talk about their tribe or their specific ethnic group. Then on a larger context, if you tried to ask them what was the difference between them and the European, then they're going to use the goddamn racial construct. Like everybody in the world does this, yo. It's just not African Americans. Go ahead, Gulla.
No, you good, you good. I'm just listening to shit. This is what you were saying, bro.
Oh, okay. Magic Mike, what's up with you?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. What's up?
Man, let me tell you, Doc, this race as a social construct and blackness denial is really stupid, man, and really unfortunate. I watched the kind of the recap of that interview.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of things came out in that interview. One of the things that really stuck out is just their level of unpreparedness for the interview. And clearly not having watched, because Smash kind of have used videos of hers really over the last year or two. A lot of the questions that she answered, or that they asked her rather, she had already answered in other interviews. And these videos are on Smash's channel, to where he's done recaps of it and kind of done the analysis of it afterwards. So they asked questions that kind of, you know, the tape is already out there for what her response was going to be on those questions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that left them unprepared. And then I think that on 𝓎�𓏏�'s channel, when they did the recap, and I know you're not just talking completely about, you know, that all together, but I think that when Unc came on, you know, he was unprepared to deal with basically a double and triple and quadruple teaming, you know, and so he just kind of really was not, just really put him in a bad spot. And I, you know, I think, and I think that whenever, I think that, you know, so 𝓎🅢𓏏 is he's a historian, and he's on his way to getting a doctorate degree, right? But he's willing to come and be in this space with people that have a wide range of educational backgrounds. And I think that over time that this has made some of us, even though I never really go over there and come on a panel, but just a little too bold. And I think that we got to be careful, when we challenge that level of scholarship, if you will, or educational background, because it's not that he's untouchable or he's infallible or he can't be wrong, but you got to see the way Unc came on and went at him was just wrong from the beginning. And then, and so you got to understand you're talking to a professor. You're not just arguing with the dude on the street. Whenever you make a mistake, whatever you in your analysis, your delivery, he's taking notes and he's going to call you out on it. And you're gonna want to have the tendency to cut him off and try to go back and recorrect what you said because you didn't say it just right. But he's not gonna let you. And so he ends up treating you and putting you in your place almost like you're a child. And I've seen him do it so many times. And he did it to Unc. You got very frustrated. But you just got to be careful. You're dealing with a
professor.
Someone that went to yeah, you're dealing with a professor that went to school at Cornell. Cornell is not your plain vanilla
It's
university
Ivy League.
down the street.
It's
It's
Ivy League.
Ivy League. So we got to have a certain level of understanding of who we're dealing with. But I will say this. I think that Jabari and Sekou gave the best explanation of it comes from the South that I've ever heard, and whether I agree with it or not, it's not really whatever. But I think that they explained it in a way that's plausible and that makes sense.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they did, but as far as the explanations that I've heard, because Unc used to say the same thing, he used to try to explain it. Reggie used to say the same thing, then he changed, then he's now back to it. I've heard different people try to explain it. I think Sekou and Jabari did the best job. Now, whether or not I agree, that's a different thing. But go ahead.
I say you think you got to be specific of where the South and what particularly what direction or perspective you mean from the South you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, South of the Delta. You know what I'm saying? But like, we really talking about the Middle Nile region. You know what I'm saying? Like, South is as ambiguous. Like, it's a whole lot of different areas in the South. It's particularly the Middle Nile region where there's kingship of political you know what I'm saying, trend or kingship started from a different amalgamation of different groups of people, from Nilo-Saharians, Cushitic groups, and northern or northern Eritrea groups or northern Afro-Asiatic speakers who are the ancestors of the Egyptians or the Nakata type groups.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had a source, and I forget the author's name, where they talked about how the
𝓆𝓅𓏏�.
Yeah, how a lot of this started in Sudan and the confluence of the blue and white now and hundreds of kilometers south of that, and we know that's not in Egypt. So they talked about how some burial sites in Nakata and al-Badari, probably mispronouncing it, and they talked about how those were kind of two of the most prominent areas of study, if you will, to where they say, hey, this is kind of where Egypt jumped off, or these individuals that were from here jumped it off, and that their lineage goes back to essentially hundreds of thousands or thousands of miles south of that, which would put them kind of in the middle of Sudan somewhere. So again, I don't know if it's true, but they were able to kind of put that forward, and Unc really had no ability to combat it. If he did, he didn't combat it. So I don't know. It's very interesting.
Corey, what
very
up?
interesting. Essentially hundreds of thousands.
Oh, peace to y'all, man. Peace to everybody. Yeah, they hit him with the Mountain of the Moon pretty hard. It wasn't no the thing is, they got, they have a long history, you know, of kind of curating their argument. So, you know, it's gonna be kind of difficult to kind of go over and combat that in just a, you know, especially when your argument ain't all the way together, and you know,
Yep.
you changed one day, you say this and that, and so you really can't go full fledged because you know you already said this, that, and the other. You know, the Egypt thing. This thing is such a mess at this point. You know,
It's a mess.
I I don't really have much to say on the Egypt thing at this point, man. You know, because you know, I done said the shit that everybody's screaming and hollering now. I've been saying for 3 years. They go get a white lady to tell them that Egypt is three things. You know, it's Mediterranean, it's African, and it's Southwest Asian. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they play in slow motion the white lady saying that, and then they say, well, you know, because this is what I've been saying the whole time. This is what I've been saying the whole time.
What the fuck was y'all arguing with us for then?
Right. It just, you know, that's why I'm like, you know what, at this point, and then, you know, I don't know. It's like the people around everybody, you know, like it seems like I don't know if the audience and the panel members or whatever, it just seemed like they don't see the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, y'all forgot? Did y'all forget where the argument started? Did you know? You know, like, I don't know if everybody forgot where the argument originally started. When me and Sheffrin said the Egyptians ain't black. When we said they wasn't black nor white. You know what I mean? Like
we read this shit straight out of Wiki.
Right.
We read this shit 3 years ago straight out of Wiki.
But see, that's the thing. He could have posed that question to 𝓎𝓅𓏏�. He could have said, one of them could have said, you know, hey, in our community, we have an online community where we kind of debate these topics every now and then, and you know, we've kind of been talking about this for the last couple of years, and here are kind of the main sides of the argument, or the healthy conversation, however he wanted to pose it. And they could have said, hey, we kind of see the Egyptians, you know, as neither black or white. They range in skin color. They, you know, some of them live here, some of them live there, whatever. What are your viewpoints on that? Would you say that they were, if you had to classify them, would you say they were neither white or black or whatever? But they didn't really ask these type of questions. And so the questions, the way that she answered some of the questions actually made them look silly, is based on how they view these things.
Yeah.
Sosa.
Like I say, I've been seeing you know, the argument, the goalpost been slid up and down the field. You know what I mean? You don't know if you're kicking a 10. They say, okay, it's a 10-yard field goal. You send your team out there, goddamn, it's a 50-yarder. You know.
Because you know, remember we had played a clip by Vanessa Davies when Asar had interviewed her, and she said the same thing. Damn near verbatim. Like, if we were back in Jim Crow time, and she was saying shit, the one drop, like it's damn near like they're conditioned to say it, like that's the response within the Egyptology community. But she said the exact same shit, nigga, verbatim. But that's a Davis.
People gotta understand though too, like shoot, Mahatma Gandhi, if he was in the Jim Crow era, his ass would have been in the back of the. He did in South Africa.
But see, the follow up to that is, well, we understand that, you know, during those times that, you know, that view was heavily guided by racism, white supremacy, political this, that, and the other. You know, but if we viewed it as we view it today, you got to have a follow up question to that, or you got to at least ask, well, do you think that viewpoint was, what do you think that viewpoint was based off on? And then let her say it was based off of Jim Crow South. She's not going to disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? But don't let that just stand.
Hey Corey, you got controls, yo. I'm about to grab something to eat real quick. I'm coming in on my phone.
The Jim Crow thing, that could be muddy waters too. We know majority of Niger Congo niggas was hung and lynched and shit like that. But during that time period, they didn't give a fuck if you was a Sicilian Italian. Sicilian Italians used to get lynched all over fucking New Orleans.
And there you go. Yeah.
Well, I said when we asked the question, but he asked the question, I told like, you know what, like, I don't like the answer. You know, I think it muddies the water. Like, I think it, you know what I mean? I think it's too murky.
Do y'all remember how she started out though?
It's like everybody's like, so then under that paradigm, who's not black?
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't like it, but
yeah, I don't think that lady came on and done nobody no favors. I'm just gonna say that.
Nobody.
Like, you know what I mean? That's just expert all you want, you know, that's fine.
what she
She's
did
an
say,
expert in
what she
what
did
she
say,
She said the
what she
Egyptians
did say
would
though
have
is we
been
don't call
considered black though.
we don't consider them black. And then we did another with the 𝓎𓅓𓏏� lady. Deborah Hurst said the same thing. We deal with the Africanity. We don't deal with the whole black construct. You know what I'm saying? So
Hold on. Then she start off saying that you have to understand the Arabs or whoever's living there, that they concept of the word black.
yeah, you heard that part. I'm waiting for you that.
Right. And then she came to the Jim Crow. No, she had to give then she talked about the Jim Crow self concept of the word black. So isn't that two different concepts of the word black?
Yeah, cause black, cause the real definition of black, it only comes from Germanic languages. Even when you talking about the Sudan and all that shit,
You
yeah,
can't say that. It's just a note of color, right?
You talking about their description of darkness. That's what black really is. It's an English Germanic description of darkness.
Everybody uses the color black, even Spanish people, Negro. That's the way to say black in Spanish, isn't it? So everybody uses it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it didn't. I don't like the explanation, but like I said, most of the experts say they don't deal with it, bro. They just deal with the fact that
but she was an expert.
That's another argument that I just don't see. Like when these people start, I ain't. It's cool. I mean, I can be wrong.
No, what argument you don't see?
Which one? I'm asking
what argument you do. Yeah,
hold on, that dude. I'm trying to figure out like which one. Like what are you saying? Like which one? Corey?
I'm saying I see in a lot of you know, like documentaries and interviews and things like that. You'll have these experts actually using these terms. You know, anthropologists and these people like that. They use these terms, black and, you know, negroid, and, you know, they use a lot of these terms, you know, and I understand, like, you know, some people is uncomfortable and all of that, right? But they seemingly to me, they use it for clarity purposes.
But mostly that shit's mostly outdated. Though. They don't really use it too much more. Like even like Black Africa,
I'm saying,
still hear, you can't say it's outdated if a scholar she's using it though. I'm not
like even towards like you're not gonna hear it less and less. Like even Black Africa, you hear less and less. Black Africa has now been replaced with Sub-Saharan, and then people have issue with Sub-Saharan.
So do you think that's taken away from
everybody's identity just gonna get wiped off the map?
Right.
You know, because before, you know, Sub-Saharan like was to because before they start saying Sub-Saharans, they would say like non-Mediterranean.
No, it was Black Africa. Black Africa.
No, I'm saying like when they was trying to be politically correct, you know, they would say things like non-Mediterranean Africans. You know what I'm saying? So that you have a clarification. Like
I've never heard that.
I know y'all don't like want clarity. You know, you want everybody.
I've never heard
Africa to be
non-Mediterranean Africa.
Yeah, I mean,
even
maybe you haven't heard that.
Yeah, because even Egypt is still Mediterranean and it's still Africa. I never heard not like what is it?
That's
what
not.
is it
I didn't.
like? What groups
I don't
are?
think you heard me correctly. I don't think you heard me correctly, Sosa, because I wouldn't. What you just your response would you couldn't have heard me correctly. I'm saying when they talk about Africa and they trying to distinguish the Africans, right? And they talking about sub-Saharan Africans, right? It was a time where they was using the term non-Mediterranean African to describe sub-Saharan Africans, right? Not saying that Mediterraneans are not African. You see what I'm saying? Is denoted in that. You see what I'm saying when they saying non-Mediterranean African.
You gotta use something, Corey.
I get it, but I said I'm not familiar with it. It could have, but I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, that's fine if you ain't familiar with it.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Black Africa. Like that's more common.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, Black Africa, they're no longer. Well, you may hear it in older shit, but more recently it's sub-Saharan Africa.
After Diop, that's when you start hearing Black Africa. Yeah. Y'all want to read that?
Black Africa before Diop didn't invent Black Africa.
Hey Corey, I just came on here to say
invent Black Africa.
Hey
that
Corey,
shit was out there before.
What up, Tuck?
Hey Corey.
Matter of fact, I have I got an old boy book, Gun Germs of Steel. And he talks like Black Africa, White Africa in that book. And that book is like shit, the 2000s, early 2000s. He's still saying Black Africa.
Yeah, hear me? Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Tuck. I hear you. What's up, bro?
Hey, Corey, man, I just came on here to say what I said the last time I talked to you, bro. They done ran around the corner to agree with you. And everybody act like I was playing when I saying that, bro. They saying that. I remember when we was on Discord, and it was me and Unc in the car. We was in the car and we was fighting you and shit. And now niggas done fell out with other niggas, and now they saying the same thing. It's ridiculous. I can't even believe it, Corey. I can't even believe we talking about regions now, like you were saying. I can't even believe it, Corey. I've been listening to all this shit, and I'm like, all these niggas. And then the Chief X was so upset with them niggas. Oh, I was dying laughing. Chief X was so upset that I was fucking this argument.
That was funny. That was I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I didn't think it was as bad as how he made it seem. Like I don't like
it. He made a killer point. His point was taken very well.
Right.
I can't see how you could disagree with the man. And it was entertaining. The way he did it was very
entertaining. I just like I said, I don't like the answer. I don't like the answer.
I disagree with that.
But at the same time, it's like it's an interview, bro. Like we can't edit what the motherfuckers say. Like whatever they say is what they say. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we could be like, whoa.
Yeah. But what he's saying is, if you listen to what she's been saying, like, I mean, everybody done heard this lady talk before. I mean,
that's the thing. We heard her on other shows.
That's all she.
We heard her on other podcasts about it and saying the same thing. She didn't say nothing different that she said on other podcasts.
Right.
So I don't know why they got up there and thought that she wasn't going to say the.
Mr. Ħ'mhotep been using her in his video, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man! Like
Smash user,
Smash user, yeah, Smash user every day.
When I seen the name, when I seen her name, I was like, oh, what is they doing?
Man.
I was like, man, this can't be live. They did it live.
You know what? They had me under the impression because, I had talked to Unc before I saw the video, right? And he led me to believe that, they got her wrong, because how he explained who she was to her, because I didn't know her by her name, right? So he explained to me who she was by telling me, yo, the lady that said, the African, if you take them back in the Jim Crow South, whatever, that statement right there, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, she gonna come, she clearing that all the way up. So I was under the impression that, she coming to let these Afrocentrics know, like, yo, don't be trying to twist my words, but No, that's absolutely not what she did.
But she do still say the modern Egyptian or the Egyptians though. They can't get around that.
Yeah, you know what? Overall, I know what the lady's saying. Listen.
But did she say
I know
that
what
in
the
the
lady's
interview?
saying, right? I know what she's saying, right? But the way she said, bro, it didn't help nobody out.
What did she say about the Amadi Egyptians say about the word black? Then she said that they wouldn't like that word.
I don't know.
Modern Egyptian.
Yes.
Did she say in the interview? Did she say the?
She said a lot. She just, you know what? I think I call them.
Remember the question
I call her a blackology sympathizer, and I think that's what I think. A lot of like, you know, science is, you know, they overreaching with trying to fix what they done. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's not helping nobody. You know, I think everybody need to go back and read Mary Lethowitz. You know what I'm saying? Mary Lethowitz.
You serious?
She is one of the greats, bro. I'm trying to tell you, Mary Lethowitz is one of the greats, bro.
You can't be serious.
Y'all hate on her, but she is one of the greats. But the overreach, I think a lot of scientists, right, and science itself is trying to go back and correct, you know, what was done, you know, with the scientific racism and all of it. And I think what they done is they overreaching, and they ain't able to be honest. The honest, you know, it's being honest makes them uncomfortable because they now fearing being called a racist and this, that, and the other. So they got to be, the way they answer questions is all fucked up, and it don't do black people no service. I'm just that's just my opinion, man.
But that's how. But that's
I
how
always got the craziest opinion in the world. But
Corey, that's how that's how they combated it at first, though. That's why y'all call them Afrocentrics and pseudo, because at first that's what they was combating. They was combating white Egypt. That's what they was doing. That's why they went so far the other way, Corey. That's why
let me play what.
I think everybody went over.
Play this right here on the show.
Hey, I think that too, Corey. I think
everybody went over.
Let me play this little clip real quick. It's small, quick. Like, we played this shit on the show, and it wasn't, and niggas didn't get that kind of reaction to it. We'll play.
What happened?
Go ahead, Sosa.
You can hear it?
The other half of my answer,
I hear it. I don't see nothing, but I hear it. So go ahead. I'm good. I don't need to see it.
I think it's a stumbling block when Americans have this conversation with people who aren't American. Because in America, we have a specific understanding of what constitutes black in terms of race, right? Because we grew up in this environment where we have this one drop rule, right? Where people in Egypt, for instance, many people in Egypt would say that their skin tone is not black. But if you brought them to the American South in 1940, they would very much be black. So there's kind of a cross-cultural misunderstanding of what we're talking about.
Right. Yeah, so we played that. We played that on the show, and it didn't get the same. And she said the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I say the same thing about what she said. I mean, it didn't do no service.
But Categorization put it in
there wasn't this type of
visceral.
But I'm saying there wasn't this type of visceral response like everybody acting now. Like,
because Categorization put it in a different context, though.
Huh?
Do you understand the context that Categorization put it in? and
The
the
same,
way that
she put it in the same
she laid it
context,
out
bro. She put it
different
in the same
though.
context. Same
But
context.
it laid
She
it
put
out
it in the
different
same
though.
context.
It's the same context, bro.
So I'm just
No,
being honest.
no,
I never seen that video.
Corey,
That was
it's
on
not
the
the same
SARS
context.
or whatever.
No, yeah, it was on SAR, but we played it on our show. We played it on the Super Killers.
Let him
Yeah,
explain why he thinks it's
I
in a
just didn't
different
see it. That's
context.
all.
Why do you think it's in a different context? Why do you think it's in a different?
Because when she explained how the Egyptians that live there now would see the word black and how we African Americans would see the word black, she explained it. I mean, she explained it totally different. The way the lady
She
will
just
be finished. Can I
just
finish
added
saying?
more
I would have went
Can I
if I had to
information to it,
finish
bro.
saying?
between
Can
the
I
two.
please finish the same I have to say before y'all cut me off? She explained it in a complete way, differently, but the one we just saw with saw the lady was talking to us all.
Yeah, if I had to
Oh my
choose
God.
between the best explanations out of the two, out of her and Kara Cooney, I would have went with her, that later lady, whatever her name
Yeah.
is. Like,
Yeah.
Do you
I
see the
like.
problem?
She said-
Hold on, do you see the problem though,
Hold
y'all?
on.
See the
Listen
problem?
what I'm
I
saying.
see the problem.
Kara
It's an
Cooney,
issue.
she said in the first video, the one I just showed you, that if you brought them back to the 1940s, in the one drop rule, they'd be considered black. Kara Cooney said, okay, let's go in a time machine. And you take them back to the night. It was the same
No.
She did a lot
That
of
good
leading
guy.
up to
I
that,
know
though.
she explained the Muslim part, bro.
She
The
did a lot of.
No,
Muslim
that's
part
what I'm
aside,
talking
bro.
about.
I know she
Do you
explained that
understand
shit,
that?
bro.
Oh God.
That's what I'm
That's why I
saying. Like,
said her
God damn, my
explanation
nigga.
was more detailed than the
I
other lady.
already
You
know
can't
that, bro. We're not talking about the part that she added more detail. We're talking about the part that's similar. The Jim Crow South 1930, 1940 shit, bro.
Why are we sticking on
Hey, but listen though, the reason why I like the other lady though is because she said less words. I like an explanation.
Do you see the problem? That's the problem.
that uses the least amount of words, right? Because it's a lot clearer when you use
Social,
a bunch.
do you see the problem
when
though?
you use a whole bunch of words like Kara Cooney did? You lose the message and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can people can put in what they they can interpret it in different ways.
So Corey,
we can disagree.
It's like
Do you see the problem?
that's
Hold
going on
on.
right now.
Do you see the problem
Corey,
though?
So Corey, wait, that good guy. So is she saying also that if you take a black person that was in that from like now and put them in Egypt in the ancient times, they would be Egyptian?
No,
That
that's
could
not
it
what
could
she's saying.
No, she's saying they
No.
wouldn't consider you.
confused.
Yeah.
Well, in the Jim Crow South, whenever she's saying it could, they could be
Yeah,
confused.
in that same period in time,
they
no,
couldn't.
you'd be they would be doing you wrong.
Yeah, that construct didn't exist for them. That construct didn't exist.
You'd be on the low
The Egyptians would be doing us wrong in Egypt.
Well,
Yeah, but
a
we ain't
lot
even
of the
talk about the
Egyptians
construct.
now.
I think y'all go into the construct too much for me. Like other people got concepts of race.
Sure.
Like white people didn't invent the concept of race. That's not what's going on here. I think y'all do that too much. And we all know what a black person look like. I be getting tired of y'all doing that too.
Don't know.
Like,
Hey, Sonic, I didn't have that. You might have to put that in the chat, Sonic, because I didn't know y'all had a
everybody don't know what a black person look like.
No.
And can we realize that Arabs and slaves were not arguing before white people
about who's black, bro?
To win an argument, they don't. But if anywhere else they do, it never been this hard. It never been this hard ever.
Nah, I don't like.
This is the first time.
I don't call
first time in human history.
I heard people having a problem with the word black and all. All of this pearl clutching that's going. I ain't never heard.
They super
scientific.
now.
I don't think the Arabs didn't have a problem with the word black.
Black to me.
I ain't heard it. I mean, they so politically correct nowadays. I ain't never heard it.
That's right.
I mean, they scientific these days. They gonna ride out with how the white man feel bad, so he gonna say, you know what, it ain't no distinguishing nobody. No one's
you don't think
prior to me becoming a super killer, I never thought like a Spanish or black nigga was black other than American, bro. If you don't talk English and you speak some other shit, nigga, you ain't black, bro. I've never been on some shit like that. I've always been that way.
Ancient people had to speak English to be black. Y'all, man, y'all be
Hell
killing
yeah,
me.
nigga. If I go up to a motherfucker and she speaks Spanish, I don't give a fuck what she look like. She ain't black.
That's the only black people.
She ain't black because you speak a language, that's who you are.
No. Black is African American, period.
They talking about hip hop. These is hip hop. These niggas talking about hip hop. That's what they talking about.
Hold on.
You gotta have your pants around your ass.
Once again, only African Americans can be black.
My mom speaks Tweed, so I mean, but she's still a black lady.
She better not speak around black.
She speak Tweed and French.
You better speak English, bro. Me, Corey. I ain't gonna think she black. Your mom could trick me, bro. Your mom could trick me.
Hey, my granddaddy Afro-Cuban. That nigga knew he was black, bro. He looked
I was just about to
like Wesley Snipes, bro. For real.
I was just about to say that, Gullah.
I just don't do it like that. I don't do it like that.
Man, listen, man.
He was a nigga, bro. Like he
black niggas in Greece.
That nigga didn't even fuck with Spanish for real. He's like, I don't fuck with. He's like,
I don't do it, bro.
Yo, Venezuela and Guyana is right there next to each other. You got people in Guyana I have a dread dude. His grandmother's from Venezuela.
Yeah, you got Palenque. You got communities called Palenque where they like all black communities and shit, bro. It's a dude.
They all Palenque communities, nigga. They ain't black.
Oh, they is black, bro. They negro. They negro, nigga. What you talking about? They know they black. You saying
like
they
African, nigga, they
slaves.
Listen, they black, but they ain't black, nigga. I'll give you that.
Yeah, there you go.
Such thing as no black, bro.
Ain't black.
No, the nigga, the English got the whole caste system shit from the Spanish and Portuguese and shit. They just switch it up.
There you go, Gullah.
Y'all trying to give me the
They had a whole caste system, bro. The Negroes at the bottom. The Negroes at the bottom.
Did you see the interview that Funny Marco did with Gilly?
Oh my goodness!
And he said Gilly the kid, and he said, "Hey yo,
Gilly the kid ignorant as hell, bro."
No, Gilly. It wasn't about Gilly because Gilly Ethiopian. I didn't realize he was Ethiopian when I look at him like,
what you thought
that nigga do look Ethiopian.
His mama's a Muslim Ethiopian from Harar.
Yeah, I get it now. But when he said that shit to Funny Marco, guess what Funny Marco said? You ain't black? That was his reaction. Nipsey was like, Gilly was like, yeah, I'm black. What the fuck you mean? He was like,
I guess he meant
he thought, nigga, I thought you was black, nigga. You Ethiopian.
You thought he was black, Sosa? Why you think he was black?
I thought that nigga was black. I didn't know he was Ethiopian.
I asked you why.
Because the nigga looked black.
There we go. In the show. In the show, Corey.
Like a black man.
In the show, Corey.
Bro, I already told you it. I just told you it don't matter what a nigga look like. It
absolutely does.
I said if a nigga ain't. I'm thinking if the nigga don't speak, if he talks Spanish or Ethiopian, I don't consider them black people, bro.
Gilly Ethiopian. Gilly just speak English.
I don't necessarily think Ethiopian
bro.
Black. I mean, them
Corey, who is black then, Corey?
He ain't no Niger Congo nigga. He ain't no.
I'm about to jump off my room.
So you got to be a Niger Congo nigga to be black?
You got to be from the
Biafra. Hey, listen, I didn't heard
Corey. I heard Corey with that Bida Benin, Corey. That's what you
Bida Benin, Bida Biafra. You know what I mean?
Corey got a few more black people than me in his group. I don't. My shit's a little more isolated.
You don't believe the people in South Africa who went through apartheid?
Ain't no way.
Hold on, Corey, you don't think the people in South Africa is black? Who went through apartheid? Nelson Mandela people.
They went through their own shit.
Would you consider Nelson Mandela a black man?
Why he keep making you say no? He don't, bro. Like
I don't. How many times y'all asked me that?
So many countries you want to name, bro.
Nelson Mandela's Bantu. Yes, he's black. He's a Bantu, but he's not.
If he's from the Biafra, then yeah.
Hold on, but he just said no though. So because he's
Bantu.
Y'all keep telling me he's from everywhere.
So yes, he is. He will be. He's Bantu.
Because he's Bantu. When he found out he was Bantu, that's when he turned black.
No, he's been black.
That's
I mean, if y'all tell me this nigga's from goddamn Madagascar.
Do you understand how
shit.
crazy that sound, Corby?
Yes.
These
Listen,
niggas talking about, he from Kenya and
nigga,
Ethiopia.
Giannis,
You know, it's like, bro, don't y'all know them niggas don't fuck with y'all for real?
Yeah, but that's cool. But listen, Giannis
It's
is from
ECOWAS, baby. ECOWAS. Y'all know what ECOWAS
is a black dude. He from Greece.
Y'all know what ECOWAS? Y'all know what
Yeah,
ECOWAS?
but you have three countries in ECOWAS that just left.
It ain't no three countries.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Burkina Faso, Mali, and there's another country that just left ECOWAS. So
that's fine. They was a part though.
They was
is the Aboriginals of Australia, they black?
Aboriginals of Australia, are they black?
Yeah, the English call them black. Yeah,
I'm saying, are they black?
Yeah, the English call them black. If you look up black people, they're gonna say Oceania people too.
What about the Negritos? The Negritos in the Philippines, they black too?
The people in Eastern Island.
That's what it means. They ain't black.
Black.
They ain't Niger Congo niggas, but they call they some niggas that they Negrito mean black, little black motherfuckers.
We all black, bro. We all black. Like,
hey, Zoo 21.
They not West Sudanic. They not West Sudanic people, but they Asians. They're not West Sudanic people though. They
black. Okay, they black. They black Asians. Then they black Asians.
We come from Niger Congo people specifically, bro. We don't.
I get that.
That's all. We come from West Sudanic people, bro.
So we got black Americans. We got black Africans. We got black Asians. What else we got? We got what about right? We got
black Greeks.
We got black Europeans. We got some black white Greeks. Black Greeks.
Yeah, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, he's from Greece.
The Europeans, the Spaniards was black.
Yeah,
fuck everybody black.
Columbus was black.
You know what I'm saying? The Native Americans, they black too.
Yeah, that's where y'all go to. Yeah, this y'all play games.
They call the Native Americans Negro de Terra. I mean, Negroes of the land. So the Native Americans, they black.
That's right.
Fuck it,
they got worse. They didn't get Jim Crow law. They got goddamn wiped off the map law.
A lot of them had slaves, didn't they?
Yeah, they got goddamn old world disease up out here.
A lot of them Indians had slaves, right?
No, you're damn right they did.
Not a lot, but some of them did.
They got wiped out, but some of them. They got wiped out, but some of them.
If you wanted to look like you was civilized, you was having them niggas.
I believe that like 70%. A lot of
that's why I be trying to tell y'all in the world, motherfuckers ain't fucking around with this kumbaya shit y'all be doing.
Some of them got wiped out, but some of them got turned to Mexicans and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, the Tainos and shit like that. Yeah, the Aztecas, the Tainos. God damn. Yeah, the Mexicans is the Indian. They the real Indians for real. Yeah, definitely. They just don't.
But let's get back on point with the conversation
now, bro.
The Mexicans are the modern day Egyptians, nigga.
Bro, I work like I live in Houston. I live in Houston now, bro.
Yeah.
I live in Houston now. I work with a lot of fucking Mexicans, bro. I look at them motherfuckers. I said you could look at this shit like they look just like the fucking pictures, like the.
No, they look like them motherfuckers. I work with niggas that look just like the what's them statues? The Olmecs. I work with niggas. They look just like the goddamn
big lips and everything.
You can tell them that they got native Indian blood. You could tell.
Yeah, you can tell a lot of them got strong. You can see the ones that got strong affinities, bro.
Yeah. Shit, my neighbors. I got.
But you cannot do that when you look at the Egyptians who live there today. You can't do that.
Man, them niggas been in. Them niggas
do that with everybody
out here, that good guy.
Yes, you can, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Egypt is special. Egypt's so special.
Yeah, let me
show
you that goddamn.
I'm especially the ones on the Sphinx.
That's why we gotta start showing these goddamn mummies.
If you look at the people of Luxor, look at the people of Minya, they still look like fucking Habesha people, like Horners and shit. They all related, bro. They all them fucking people. Some of them just got a little bit more Eurasian than others.
I keep saying when I do my show, Corey, when I do my next show, one of my next shows, I'm gonna
I don't know. I don't know why y'all don't understand that that's not a Eurasian look. Like when you look across North Africa, you can see that that's a North African look.
The fucking same.
The whole North Africa looks like that. Why don't y'all say like Arabs? I never hear people say Arabs look like
but they were able to kind of put that forward.
Oh shit!
Really had no
ability.
Hey, Chef, you gotta shut that shit up. What's
If
that?
he did,
Oh, that was Chef replaying something. But yeah, I was saying though,
I don't know. It's very.
It's still playing.
Let me mute Chef for a minute.
Yeah.
Chef, you gonna have to hold on. No, that ain't Chef though.
Yeah, that's Chef. He chilling. He quiet.
It keep on popping the Chef
Oh, okay.
thing
Well,
when it
be
say
quiet.
something.
It's my voice, but I was muted, so I know.
I'm making the world black people. Everybody black. There's black people all over the goddamn black.
You got bring it now, so yeah, that's
black don't stop.
do, yeah.
I think we gotta bring it home
here,
to the question is, was the original people
Fucking blackness to infinity around this motherfucker. That's crazy.
And you say that the people.
Yeah, you can have you can show affinities with other people, but not black people. You seen the Mexicans and other folks, but not black folks. Y'all something else.
Just because niggas look like that shit, just because niggas look like you don't mean that they equal.
But that's what you did. You just said that's what you just did with the Mexicans.
Right. We did was like we see how the Mexicans now today are the used to be people.
Yeah, you just said about the Olmec statues and shit.
Right, the Olmec.
The Mexicans. I said the Mexicans are the modern day Egyptians. Is what I said. I don't know what you're talking about.
You said did you say you work with niggas look like the Olmec?
No, that was Corey.
Oh, that was
yeah.
I think that was either Corey or Gully.
That was me. I said that.
So,
would you say the
but it ain't
Mexicans are
nothing
the
wrong with that,
modern
Gully.
So let's see if we can bring some clarity to it, right?
Man, we're not doing that.
No, since they all have their own perception of what black is, let's see in general what black is, because for some reason, right, everybody can say, oh, this person ain't black or this person ain't black. That's crazy. So do y'all want to get a barometer of what really, in general, what the world calls black? Because we can look it up.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know what the world calls.
I think you know what I'm.
That's ridiculous.
Let me say
that's
this.
Ridiculous.
Let me say this.
No. I agree with you.
I know you do.
They saying that they will look at a person and say because he don't speak English, he not black.
Chef, you've been knowing I felt this way,
right? But it don't mean that it's right. I agree, but that don't mean that it don't sound crazy.
Chef,
right?
I know I felt this way, bro.
I know. I totally agree. Now, Corey's definition sound crazy also.
No, I think Corey's crazy.
You know what I mean?
He goes further when he take niggas away.
Look, yeah, because look, the first people that was called black in Africa was those damn Ethiopian people. So if they not black, then should none of us be called black?
Nah, but that's not how we working off black though, because
but wait,
you can take it back to the Sudan. The people of Sudan, they would call them black.
Yes,
so we're talking about a people
Isn't the name of the country means black?
Like listen, like we embrace the word nigga.
No,
right?
but I ain't say nigga. What? How did you just do that?
Because what I'm saying is like black for us is something that we embrace. We took that on. Like they named it that. What does Sudan mean? And then we became that. Like we can't say that about other people.
Yes, we can. He just said Sudan.
It means the land of darkness.
Right.
Because black is the English concept.
Hey, y'all so messy. Y'all be so messy. But listen to this though. Listen to this, Chef. I think what I'm saying is people that's related to me. You know what I'm saying? Like our genetic pool, our relations.
Same thing Sosa saying.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Not now. Sosa saying only in America here. I'm including. I'm nuts. Talking about the west coast of Africa and everything.
Who is that? Farah Muhammad?
Like I say, like Gullah said.
That's a black man on the screen right there.
That's a black man. This South Chicago gangster 𝓎𓅓�����.
He took care of black people.
Black gangster. They call him a nigga. Even the Italians. He passed sometimes, but the Italian they call him a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on.
Yeah, that's all right with me.
He took care of black people in those days.
I don't know what y'all saying at this point.
Nah, he's a black. He was considered a black gangster.
He black, bro. Look, hold on.
Black. See what I'm saying, Chef? Look how we doing this shit.
Hold on, though.
Man. It'd be too confusing.
Nah, you too much with that, bro. I'm not
see, Gullah, we with you, Gullah. Gullah coming around. Gullah coming around,
bro.
Hold on, so look.
Color coming around.
Everybody black.
Teddy Rowe
I
was
don't-
an
I-
African American organized crime figure.
That nigga African American by the one drop rule,
In
nigga. Fuck that.
Southside Chicago. And he talked like a nigga and everything. Talk
That's
to walk,
one
all
drop
that shit,
rule,
nigga.
man. That's
Talk
one
like
drop
me and
rule,
you.
bro.
He talk like
If
that.
Yo,
the
what was the son of the
Ethiopians is
name?
black,
Diego
if the
Marshall?
Ethiopians is black, then why?
Look, it said Roe was born in Gilano.
I need to figure that
Chicago,
out. Y'all need to help me
Louisiana,
figure that out.
African American sharecropper and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas as a child, received no formal education and even was of age. He did odd jobs and tailored. Hold on, what did it say?
That's cool.
Hold on.
All that's cool. Chef, maybe we do need to get an understanding.
I can't do it with them
That's
because they will. Hold on. Wait, Chef. All it is niggas ain't saying what they gonna say. And it's always come back to that. They you say one thing and you never stand on it. They can't just stand on nothing.
Now
we got
pull up a picture of Diego Marshall.
I don't understand what you talk about, Tuck. I said this. I've been saying the same shit from day one.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous. It's been ridiculous since the first time.
First you said it's niggas don't stand on it. Now you saying it's ridiculous. Which one, bro?
Because it's ridiculous that we don't know what black is.
It's both.
Yeah,
I know what black is.
I've never seen this before.
I know what black is.
Yeah, and is this Egypt conversation. So check it out. If you have when you say white people is a range in their phenotype, right? But we wouldn't say that those people wasn't white. If when you see range in black phenotype, then y'all start saying people ain't black. It's crazy. So whites can have a range in their phenotype, but blacks can't.
And a range in where they're from.
We got a range from light skin, high, yellow.
It's crazy.
It's people in Saudi Arabia, Chef, that's lighter than some Europeans, right? You wouldn't consider them white. I don't consider them white.
Right. So hold on. So Europeans, white people, range from Southern Europe, all the way up to Norwegia. Straight north.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna range from dark brunettes, right?
They're in Siberia.
Right. From dark brunettes all the way up to gingers and blondes, straight white. But within that range, right?
Some gonna be a little swarthy,
Exactly. So from within that range, would they say that is the white group? But in the black group, any range that we see that's not West African, right? Then all of a sudden, these people start dropping off from being black. But in the white community, even in the East Asian population, right? Those people range. You'll have people in
none of them claim to be white though.
No, I'm saying that the different peoples, right? Now, you'll have the goddamn people in what you call them, Mongolia, right? All the way over to goddamn
Vietnam and shit.
Past Vietnam, all the way to Hawaii, right? Is the range of those Asian groups, right?
Oh yeah.
Now you'll see dark skin all the way to fair with the Koreans, right?
But them niggas, but you gotta be careful. Some of them darker ones, they mix with them Papua New Guinea niggas and
Just
shit.
Let him say his point, Gullah.
Now I ain't talking about the people that's mixed with the Negritos.
Too deep.
Yeah, you done went somewhere else. I clearly understand that. But I'm saying that they are dark-skinned people within that population, and they range from dark to light. And we see a variation in their goddamn phenotype, but we wouldn't say that those people don't represent the Asian population. We wouldn't say it.
No, that's two different things, Chef. That's apples.
Let me ask you this, Chef.
That was apples and oranges right there.
No, it ain't. No, because I didn't want to call them yellow. I didn't want to call them yellow. But those people, hold on. Under that construct,
people until 1841.
No, hold on.
They didn't all come to the concept of them all being white people.
I love Chef. He always gonna give me a good one.
Yeah, under that construct, they was called yellow, right? It's out of fashion. It's out of fashion to call those people yellow now. Y'all get that? But it's not out of fashion to call people white or black. It's just you can't call people yellow and you can't call them mongoloid. You dig what I'm saying? So
we call people red.
But
You know,
on this channel,
football
it's
things,
all
the
good.
Redskins and shit.
You
You
can be whatever
Mhm.
color. We can call colors on this channel. Go ahead.
all right, they
You
yellow
gotta
then.
remember,
all
they
the
had to sell
Negritos-
the
all the-
Redskins
listen,
because
all the
they said that
Negritos-
shit was a
Hold
racial
on, let him
term.
finish his point.
All the
I wanted
Negritos-
to be
all the
comfortable
Negritos-
with using yellow.
Corey, they
Huh?
keep people with the Manchu mustache.
Yeah.
Hey,
But-
Chef,
but-
are the
but the-
people, are the Negritos, are they black?
Yes, they are.
don't do
I
that.
have no see. You talking to a nigga who don't had no problem with seeing that phenotype and know that's why black was put on them. The same reason it was put on us.
Yeah, but
Right? Come on, like yo, why y'all acting like that ain't the real shit?
I guess I'm with the modern day. Listen.
Black is more than just a look.
Maybe I need to stop saying black.
No, now you talking about culture. Black people can have a range of different cultures. So the moment they don't have your culture, now they not black. That shit sound crazy.
Because black in America.
I think that's the reason why, Corey, you need to listen to
American construct, though, right? Black is synonymous with African American.
No, it is not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I don't think that's
when you go to your census, I can pull up a census. When you go to your census, it's black / African American, bro.
That's in America.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. No
Right.
doubt,
That's
true.
in America.
They don't got black on the man. Listen,
I don't think
who controls the dollar? America. That's who controls the concept of everything.
That's because
black is not on the damn census and damn.
Yeah, but when they go to Africa too, they also got black Africa too.
Right. Like why y'all denying that shit?
Even in Spanish speaking, they call Negroes.
That's black and Spanish.
They speak Spanish and all. They speak Spanish and all. They call them Negro, Merino, nigga.
So Chef, I want to ask
Hey,
you a
so
question.
I just want to know
that's
why
a different kind of black. Hey, you
Africa
said something
from
important.
North Africa.
You said that's a different kind of black.
They ain't a black.
But it's black. But it's black. I'm glad you acknowledged. Is it different? I agree. Is it different?
Bro, they traded some of them niggas. Some of them niggas.
Yeah, if somebody was to call them black, Chef, I'm not gonna get in an argument with them or nothing like that. I mean, that's fine. Like
they got off the same boats that we got off of, though.
Who did? The South
The same
Africans?
The Negritos ain't got the same boat that we got off of. The niggas been over there.
You talking about the South Africans?
No, I'm talking about all of the black people in the Western Hemisphere. All down in Brazil and all of that.
The people in the Western Hemisphere.
We all the same. Niger Congo niggas with rice and okra in our fucking food and plantains and shit.
Yeah,
that's black folks right there, Gullah. There you go.
Garfield said,
do you necessarily?
Oh, Brendan, what's up, Brendan?
Confine black
rice and chicken plates from
people
fucking South America to fucking North America.
It ain't got nothing to do with your skin color to me. It's got to do with your geographical location.
And that's what I wanted to ask. So Chef, you don't necessarily confine black to people that would have, I guess, quote unquote, sub-Saharan African ancestry or tropical African. You don't confine it to that, right? You're saying that people can be black outside of that, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's another kind of black. That ain't the black I'm talking about.
Because you confined with your culture. You think that
it's just U.S. American ain't the only black. Like,
that's crazy.
U.S. Americans, like that's crazy. That's why we the last black motherfuckers.
Yeah, but if
they don't embrace that shit. Like we don't. Yeah. Like we had the Black Panthers, the motherfucking the black this, the black that, nigga, Black Power, nigga. They don't do that shit.
Bro, during the Haitian Revolution, bro, that was a black, bro.
That's your definition of black,
bro.
Black.
They was calling the Haitians black, bro. They was calling the Haitians black on their
telling me about people they call black.
Yo, who knows but Martin Luther King got the non-violence concept?
But I'm saying y'all keep telling me about other people they call black. Obviously, I don't care about the other people they call black.
I'm not about other people. Yo, Martin Luther King got the non-violence concept from
ain't giving you
India.
a membership.
Yeah, they keep saying
you don't get a membership because somebody called.
I know that. I don't give a fuck.
But that's crazy. Somebody called us black.
What they call them niggas, man?
You ain't getting the membership easy with Sosa. That's
let me ask y'all this. So they niggas too?
Yes. If I'm a nigga, hold on. If I'm a
everybody's
nigga,
nigga to me.
Everybody's a nigga.
I mean, you can go to China.
Corey,
they gonna be niggas to me.
Figuratively, everybody's a nigga. You know how we do
shit come from Spain. The shit come
Literally,
from the
everybody is a
anyway.
nigga, my nigga.
Everybody niggas to me.
Corey, you use that term broadly, right?
The English got this shit from the Spanish anyway, any damn way. So they ain't right, they niggas.
That's
nigga.
You could be a Vietnamese nigga to me. I'm
straight up the Arabs ain't starting enslaving black people. Like white people came over and enslaved black people first.
That's my favorite.
They got it from the Arabs. I don't know why y'all come up with these weird concepts.
Give me a second, y'all. Check this out. Now, this is the issue. The racialized category that was put on us, right? It was put on the phenotype, y'all. So if other people got put into that category, why do African Americans is the ones that claim that they're the only ones who can basically
taking that shit.
To take the name from everybody else when everybody got discriminated and put in that fucking category, right? That had that same phenotype or that variation of phenotypic traits that the West African had, right? So if all of those people got put in that category, now y'all saying, right, they went through the same discriminations, right? All of that shit, the inferiority that was put on that phenotype, they went through it too, right? The derogatory shit, but y'all will sit there and not be aligned with those people and say that they're not black. Then who the fuck would y'all? Hold on, who would y'all align with?
Let me answer.
Who would y'all align with? Right in the world, who else shares y'all experience? Not 100% across the board.
No, they share our experience. I'm saying, Chef, listen.
The Bida Benin niggas.
Who else? Who other people right now? They named us black, right? And we say, you know what? We gonna raise you that, and we gonna accept that we black, and we rocking the name that we black. What other society does that?
All of them.
Nah.
Yes. They all call themselves black. Y'all get it confused because they still got their national name and their tribal names. Like we lost all that. Hold on. We lost all of that, yo.
What you think?
We lost all of that, Sosa. We lost our national.
In Cuba was about, bro. The niggas they know they fucking black and
right.
African niggas, bro.
Did the black people in Cuba rock it? Name the black group in Cuba. Like we got the Black Panther. What's the black group in Cuba at the same time?
So they gotta have a Black Panther group in order to be black?
Shit, they gotta be rocking that shit like on their clothes, nigga. I'm black and I'm brown.
Y'all
I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. So is Fitzroy black to you?
No.
You tripping.
He Jamaican. How he not black?
That nigga from the UK.
No, he from the UK. Fitzroy from the UK.
By way of Jamaica. Hold on.
Anthony Jamaican.
His parents from Jamaica.
That's a double. That's
no,
the
the Jamaicans went to. I mean, the black people in UK, they come from Jamaica and those
his
colony.
That's his parent. He was born over there.
That's a double negative.
Some of us come from fucking Jamaica. They was trading. They was getting niggas from fucking Caribbean too. Bringing them to the United
my lineage, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fitzroy's black to me. He's a black man to me. But you know what I'm
saying?
So
Lennox Lewis and them not black.
Who?
Lennox Lewis.
Bro, if you come
man, we sound crazy.
Dang, so half of my, half my family.
You come from fucking Barbados and fucking Bahamas. They be trading niggas from back and forth.
And none of my family is black.
No, for me, I feel like this is another diversion and a way for Unc to wiggle out the conversation. When niggas come on here and act like they don't even know what black is no more. That the only is the same shit, yo. So when we say the Egyptians wasn't black, niggas can always wiggle out the back door and say ain't nobody black but African Americans.
Hey, Haskell,
that's the fuck,
baby.
Haskell,
nuts.
Right now, Chef, that's what
Haskell. I'm not saying that, Chef. I'm just to let you know I'm not.
Where's Haskell when I need him right now? Where's Haskell when I need him? Hey, ask Ngozi if he black.
Yes, Ngozi black.
Ngozi, you black, bro?
He better be black.
How the
chat? Ngozi's in the chat right now.
I need to know where you. Hold on. I need to know where. Hold on, y'all. Chill. I need to know where you niggas live at. Because if y'all haven't seen a nigga that look like if everybody look like they come out of motherfucking Uganda, you dig what I'm saying? In y'all neighborhood, in y'all city, that's crazy.
He Fulani on his mother's side. His daddy's a nigga.
The nigga look like Brendan.
And Ngozi don't call himself black. I'm just saying everybody got different shit. And Ngozi don't call himself black.
Call myself black for real. I'm a Niger Congo nigga. That's what I represent. Shit. I don't give
if y'all thinking Ngozi looks weird and not like a black man.
He said, according to social standards, Joe and Obanga wasn't black. Of course, them niggas ain't black.
But niggas be actually.
Diop and Banga is not black. Social.
Huh?
Diop is not black.
No.
Wow.
He's an Afrocentric. I'll give him that.
Bro, he's one of the fucking
He's a blackologist. He's a blackologist.
Hey, listen, he is black. He's part of the Negritude movement, bro. That's like the Pan-African, Francophone African movement, bro. Right, they know they're niggas, bro.
No, I can't do that shit. Y'all make everybody.
They got treated like niggas.
Everybody can't be black, bro.
They got treated like niggas.
They call the Native Americans.
No, so you getting confused with the African American.
Y'all do me. They call the Native Americans Negro, and they got some of the same shared experiences. Are the Native Americans black?
They ain't Niger Congo niggas. No, they ain't Niger Congo.
See? Oh, now they ain't.
Hold on.
Niger Congo niggas. You know what I'm saying?
They not
Niger
Congo.
But some of them was black.
See, now some niggas say someone was black. See what
I'm saying? At this point, y'all giving the argument to smashing them.
They not West Saharan niggas from fucking the Savannas, nigga. They not them.
Chef, they're saying drop the link in the chat.
Yeah, at this point, y'all giving it to smashing them.
Chef, they're saying drop the link in the chat.
Don't drop it.
You already know we won.
Ngozi want to come up and DQ want to come up.
Yeah, y'all definitely
DQ my man.
The pseudo killers is giving the conversation away.
Yeah,
you don't even know. You may don't even know.
This ain't, y'all act like this. You know, Chef,
this is the victory tour lap right here.
Y'all, hey, it's like Karakuti. Y'all should have never asked me because you know how I feel about that shit.
That's why we asked.
You know how I feel about that shit.
Hey, Chef, to add to your point, the reason why we knew it was phenotype because it was niggas trying to pass for white.
Exactamundo.
Niggas black.
Exactamundo.
It was skin.
It wasn't no skin.
It was phenotype. That's why we know it was about what you look like.
Isn't that what the Moors is about?
That's what I told early on the show. I said it's deeper. I said the one drop blue was deeper than just the one drop. You had to had to look and shit too. Like you had to have like. Even if you had like some straight curly hair, you had a big ass big ass bell pepper nose. They were like, oh yeah, that nigga black. They didn't got some nigga.
Yeah. Yo, it's dangerous to be black. I understand why niggas don't want to be black though, but I ain't never.
Yeah, I ain't never say I wasn't black or couldn't recognize another black man because he ain't speak the same language as me. That's the craziest.
Hey, Chef, it used to be dangerous not to recognize black. It used to be dangerous around here.
Y'all acting like
what's going on like that.
Y'all ain't never walked up to a motherfucker. Y'all thought that nigga was black, and them motherfuckers said, oh shit, man, I thought that nigga was black. Bro.
No, I can recognize he's not American. Like what?
Right, he just didn't speak English. That's all right.
That's what your blackness is tied to your ethnicity. It ain't just about how you look.
Yes, for me it is. Ain't no way a Dominican can tell me he ain't black when I'm looking at his ass. I don't give a fuck what you speak, nigga. You feel me? You look like me. If you ain't black, then I ain't black either. Then nigga, we on the same boat.
They don't accept it. They still black. Even if they don't accept it.
Don't
still black.
Haitian and Nigeria speak
by the police, just like the rest of us niggas.
Exactly.
Hey, Chef.
Yo, what's up, Ngozi?
Hey, peace and love to the panel, and peace and love to you, Chef. Peace and love to everybody.
My man.
I like you in the freezing, yo.
I just wanted to say this. Black. When let's just go into the history of who was classified as black first because they were black. When the Arabs came into North Africa, they delineated Misir, which is Egypt, from Bilal el Sudan, Aswad, or whatever you want to call it. So the people in Sudan would have been classified as black when the Arabs came there. When the Portuguese came into Angola and they was fighting against the different tribes, or when they was slaving, with even the Nzinga queens, they classified them as Negro. So the banner or this line that they created to describe sub-Saharan Africans, to delineate from North Africans, is a reality, because all the populations south of the Sahara were equatorial borders and tropical adapted. Even the Somali, who people try to, Somalis can play the game all they want and say, I'm just saying some of them, and say, I'm not black. But 40 to 60% of their DNA ties to Omatic people or Nilotic people slightly. Omatics or Moda type people and Nilotic type people are black. Only 40%.
But here's my dagger. Here's my dagger, Ngozi.
Hold on, let me just say this. 40 to 30% of their DNA, right? 40 to 30% of their DNA is non-African or Eurasian, a very earlier Eurasian component before even some SLC-245 kicked in. But when you separate that and just look at their sub-Saharan, which is distinct from Western sub-Saharan portion, I'm talking about south of the Sahara, it's Moda or Omatic, right? Or Nilotic. It's black. So that's the majority of them. So they're, in a racial sense, even if some people want to classify them as morphologically Caucasoid, I'm just saying if we use those terms, those outdated terms, because Somalis, Somalis on a larger scale morphologically have, hold on, I just want to say this, Somalis on a larger scale, I'm not going to take long, they have a more gracile Caucasoid feature than even Upper Egyptians, most of the time if you look at them. So what I'm trying to say is morphologically, but 60 to 50 or 30% of their DNA, based off the region, is tied to Moda type people, which puts them in the banner of black. Now, morphologically speaking, the Yoruba, the Igbo, the Mandinka, the Susu, the Malinke, even the Fulani, regardless of Fulani having a little 30 to 20% North African DNA, they still fall in line with populations of sub-Saharan Africans. When you look at the rectangular orbit around the eye socket, when you look at the pronathism that they have, the petroleum mandibular, in their morphology, they fall in line with tropical adapted black Africans. So the bottom line is that black, in the sense of the westernized version to describe race, right? Even though race is a social construct, we know what black is. A Nigerian is a black man. When you go to the UK, the motherfuckers remind them of that. I don't want to curse on your show. A Jamaican, Afro-Caribbean, they're black people. These are people that descend from Western Central Africa. So when I'm saying is,
hold on,
that sub-Saharan African thing,
are you black and Ngozi?
But hold on, bro. Like, listen,
with that latter part,
just like they call the Sudanese black, right? The Portuguese and the Spaniards call the Native Americans Negro. All the Native Americans black.
So here's the thing with this. The term Negro only means black or dark. So they call the native red Negro or red nigger instead of or dark, because they were darker than the Portuguese and the Spaniards. But when they came in contact with the black Africans, they were able to delineate that. Just like you have outdated terms.
They called them Negros de Ghana, meaning the black Africans, and Negros de Terra, meaning the Negroes of the land.
Right.
Black people from Africa, black people from where they are, from natives.
Because of the shared dark pigmentation. Just like you have,
they call them El Negro Rojo.
But just like you have people in top 40 people.
A red nigga.
Nah, they call them niggas niggas. In the census in the United States, they was listed as Negroes.
Hey, can y'all see my screen, yo?
Yes.
A little bit.
We're talking about Afro-Cuban exiles. It's a though the early waves of Cuban exiles were majority white, Afro-Cuban, this part of my grandfather, history. It's a Afro-Cuban exiles became more common among the Morel boat lift and Bao-Maserio periods. Anywhere between 20% to 40% of Mariletos were identified as black. Afro-Cuban exiles from Cuba experienced a transition from more racial interactions, integration, integrated Cuban society, and found themselves split between a majority white Cuban exile community and a distrustful African-American community. a substantial portion of Afro-Cuban exiles blended more into African-American communities, but some were still tied to Cuban community.
Yeah, they blended it with the black niggas.
Why?
Because they look like them. They could
exactly. They couldn't because they was.
I'm
they
not
got
saying
off.
that. I'm not saying they can't. Shit can't and joke.
No, they got off the same boats that we got. If they left Africa all on the same boat, if the slave master here spoke Spanish, the slave master here spoke French, and the slave master here spoke English, why would you say that those people? What would be the fucking difference other than the slave master speaking a different language?
Most of them Afro-Cubans spoke look at me Spanish, bro. That shit have fucking Yoruba dialect in this shit. Them niggas spoke.
He know that them niggas come from Africa. Gullah, you don't have to do that.
They spoke an Ebonics version of fucking Spanish, bro. Like,
I'm not saying that they don't come from Africa.
This is the black construct argument. That's what this is.
So they came from Africa, but they're not black.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is black American construct argument. That's what this is.
And even
all of a sudden, I'm the only nigga that don't consider us.
Yo, we cannot hear you. Still
you in a deep freezer or something.
I'm the only nigga who just don't got everybody black love, Pan-African pride around us. I get it.
Yeah, not me, Sosa. You know where I stand at. I'm just
you the bite of Benin. Sosa, you gotta be born, breaded African American black.
Yeah, you gotta adopt that. That shit gotta be part of your moniker.
Corey, he's not on the same page as you. You the bite of Benin.
Yeah, I'm saying, it gotta be part of your moniker.
Yeah, Corey ain't even black to Sosa.
No, I ain't even black. I don't even count. I count a little bit, halfway.
He speak English.
I'm a mixed nigga.
Bro, they call West Africa Negro. It's a reason why the
Negro land.
Corey's first generation black.
Listen, bro. It's a reason why
I'm first generation black.
He's talking about your mama, Corey.
Hey, hold on.
He already been said my mama ain't black.
I'm sure she a sweet lady though. I'm sure she a sweet lady.
It's a reason why the British called Nigeria, bro. That shit literally mean black land, bro. Black nigga land. Like for real.
So Nigeria mean black land now because of the soil or the people?
Because of the people.
Because of the soil.
No, he said because of the people, yo. You gotta take that.
But you talk about the British period, though, bro. This is a whole different time period, bro.
What does that? Hold on. So
I don't care when it was. I don't give a
so we're not gonna take that though. We're gonna take that as a victory.
Yeah. We finna move on. We finna move on to something else.
No, we talking about from a British perspective, though. I ain't moving on. No. I said the British call, nigga.
You said because of the people. I'm with you.
That's why the British call. That's why the British called them that, because of the people. The British
because of the people.
I'm
don't play too much, bro. Why you let Tuck get that off, man?
I'm gonna ask some leading ass questions now.
Nah, that's a straw man. That's a straw man you pull. I'm saying because of
but you took the bike though.
The Egyptians not even Niger Congo people. They not Afro-Asiatic people. You can't even. They ain't even the same.
Let me ask you this: you're black, right?
The ancient Egyptians.
Hold on, listen. So you're black, right? Even if you don't identify as black, you still make people black. Even if they don't identify with it, you say fuck that. You black anyway, nigga.
Yeah, because that's what niggas did to us, Sosa.
So since the colonizers
hurt people.
No, that's right.
See now. All right. Okay,
no, I'm joking.
I ain't ducking the chef. I ain't joking.
Hurt people.
No, hey, I'm with that, chef. Now you got to stand.
No, I was joking. I ain't gonna stand on that. No, the point that I'm making is that if I'm considered black and you have the same phenotype, right? Is me, then the phenotype is what make you black, not nothing else. I don't give a shit. Listen, we know what
it's not about how you identify.
No, it doesn't matter. How the fuck does that matter?
Because if they say I don't accept that shit, like that's not a part of my. I don't accept that, like, because we accept that, we embrace that shit.
Did we get to do that?
I just don't get what y'all saying.
Hold on. If your brother say, "Yo, you're not my brother no more," you gonna be like, "That ain't my brother no more."
The reason why a person, the only reason a person to deny being black is because of the negative stereotype that was put on it.
You understand my question?
That's the only fucking reason, yo. If I'm looking at a nigga, if a person from another culture that look like me and look like us say that they not black, they're saying it because of the negative connotation that's put on it. And it's an inferiority complex, and they think that if they call themselves
when you
black,
call that self-hate,
hell yeah.
Listen, do you find?
Hell yeah.
Have you found people that have left Africa, right, or left these other places, and they say, "Yo, I didn't know I was black."
I don't believe no shit like that.
If you don't,
I don't believe no nigga who say no dumbass shit like that.
All right, then there's some lying ass niggas, and that's
hell yeah. I don't believe no nigga who would sit there and say that they ain't know that they was black until they met a nigga like me. That shit sounds stupid.
Especially with the internet, Chef.
That shit sounds stupid.
We didn't realize we was black until white people enslaved us, and then 500 years later, now we realize we black after they enslaved us.
Look, it say according to 2012 National Census, which surveyed 11
Gullah trying to make Cubans black. I feel you, bro. I ain't hating on you, Dad, bro. I fuck with him, bro. He
No, you don't.
I don't want you to make you. I ain't trying to exclude him from the family. I'm just saying, like he like a brother, bro.
Niggas try to act like black Americans got a goddamn problem. Like,
but listen,
it's like saying that we the only ones. Like, it's a disease to call yourself black, and if you call yourself other people black, it's because you're putting them niggas know that they black. Why the fuck you think they say that they not black? The reason why they saying that they're not black, right, is because they know the negative connotation that they think is ascribed to it. And we the only tough motherfuckers that's willing to stand up and say, yeah, I'm black, and you gotta accept that shit.
Yeah, all the concept of blackness just doesn't exist in the area. It's more
it doesn't matter. It exists in the world that they live in.
What do you mean the concept of black doesn't exist?
African niggas, I believe them niggas when they say they ain't never.
They trying to say they don't want the discrimination, Corey. That's why they saying that shit.
A lot of them don't deal with it because of the Muslim, but because of the religious aspect of it.
The East Africans ain't lying, like Ethiopians and
man, them niggas lying. Them niggas lying. Them niggas lying. Them Arabs call them niggas black. And they don't want to accept that shit. They go through the same shit that we go through. They go through that shit with them Arabs. So the reason why they say they not black is because they want to be accepted by the rest of the world as not black. Because the Arabs do the Arabs. No, the Arabs do to them. The Arabs. No, listen to me, y'all. The Arabs do to them.
This conversation tickling the hell.
No, hold on. The Arabs.
Yo, you got him.
Listen,
Brennan, we got them.
Listen,
we didn't call them Arabs. We got them.
Them niggas know that is a negative racial connotation connected to the word black, and they don't want the rest of the world doing to them what's been done to us. That's why them fucking clowns deny being fucking black when they know they fucking black. If I'm black, how the fuck an Ethiopian ain't black?
Right here, Chef.
Hey, real quick though, real quick.
Them niggas ain't.
They don't have to be, but they still black though. How the fuck they ain't gonna be black? They sub-Saharan African. They got curly fucking hair.
Let him read so Chef can calm down.
That shit fucking crazy.
Real quick.
Related to them Arabs and Mayan, they all speak the same language family and shit.
Hey, let me say this real quick.
So your language now, you agreeing with goddamn
Take a deep breath, Chef. Take a deep breath.
They related all that shit. They are related.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, sir.
Hey, listen, this is the only way I'm gonna flow with you though, Sosa. When they start handing out them checks, yeah, nigga, we the only ones that's black.
Yo, what they
handed
said
that money
about
out.
Jesse Jackson in the article?
I'm unapologetically Niger Congo, bro. I don't fuck with no other niggas.
None of them niggas get no money. That's what
I'm willing to compromise, though, Chef. I'm willing to compromise with you, Chef. I'll accept the South African niggas if we can leave the East African niggas out. Let's leave them out. Let's let them go. Let's let them go ahead and go, because they don't even. Not only do I not think they black, but they don't even want to be black, Chef. Let's let them go. We can accept.
Yo, but Corey, it's like my concept. If you have a blood brother,
I'm not black. I'm Ethiopian.
You ain't never heard a nigga say, I ain't black.
Yeah, we gonna let them go.
Yeah, I'm not black. I'm OJ.
With South Africa.
Oh shit!
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Hey, but Sosa, that's the only way I'm
gonna
floating.
Accept South Africa, but them East African niggas, nah. We
South
gotta
Africa's South Africa's are mostly Bantu. They come from Cameroon and Nigeria. They Niger Congo niggas, so they with us.
They are cousins.
Now we really
minus the Corey sign. Minus the Corey sign.
So is African. So is African synonymous with black?
I'm gonna go as far as cousin. That's it.
Is African synonymous with black? Is African synonymous with black?
Sub-Saharan Africa is.
Not to me. No.
Sub-Saharan Africa is.
You have to remember, Sub-Saharan is
now
a
we're
racist
cutting off the whole northern region.
No, I ain't saying Sub-Saharan ain't racist to me.
Not to you, but it is a racist term.
You cut off the whole northern region in terms.
Yes, Africa is synonymous with black.
So Chef acting like Chef got his own little bias too. Nigga, he leave out the whole North Africa.
North Africa is not black Africa. What part don't y'all understand?
I know that's not. I know it's not black Africa. I said is black synonymous with Africa?
No, because North Africa.
Yes.
No.
Sudan is in North Africa.
It's partly is in both,
but it's still in North Africa.
A little bit of it is.
It's there.
Say yes.
Goldie asked if he used to be a Muslim.
Hey, Chef, you used to be a Muslim, right?
Yep.
So you understand the Arab world. So when they talked about Bilal, whose mother was an Abyssinian woman and his father was a dark Arab, how did they describe him? The Arabs call him black.
They called him black.
So what I'm trying to say is the North Sudanese, who are admixed, they're still labeled as black. The Ethiopians and the Somali, who are 60 to 50% Omatic and slightly Nilotic in their genetic signature, are classified as black because of that layer, regardless of the speaking Afro-Asiatic. The Dinka and the Ner, who is Nilo-Saharan, who is extremely dark, are black. It's not about just simple color.
Yeah, but so Africa, black is synonymous
is the English word black
from the bottom of Sahara on down.
Does anybody know that?
And then they're not black above the Sahara.
Man, Ethiopia is surrounded by the Sudan, Uganda, and Kenya. But for some reason, they not black, but all of the countries around them is fucking black. Man, get the hell out. Man, that shit is the silliest shit ever.
They the black daddies. Hey, they the black daddy. They the OJs of the fucking Arab world. They the black daddies of the Arabs.
You know what? They the other black.
And some of them, they make no bones about telling you that either. Right? I met an Ethiopian girl. She's like, no, I'm not black. I'm Ethiopian.
I'm about to go
flat out to my face. Yeah.
Y'all not about to ruin my Sunday. I'm finna get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm finna do.
Let's get into North Africa. When you get into North Africa genetics,
you kind of low, Gozy.
You ask a Nigerian nigga be black, he gonna say, yeah, quick.
Yeah, you low as hell, bro.
Because they can't get around it. That's because the Nigerian, listen.
From the bottom of Benin.
That's because the Nigerian, they don't let, hold on. They don't let us get around that shit, yo. But them other fucking Africans, they think that they can get around that shit. That's the racist shit. Them niggas the racists. Them niggas the racists. You feel me? No, because they, listen, them motherfucking people in the Horn of Africa, they think they can get around that shit, yo. It was black people in America who, if they could pass, they felt as though they would try to get around that shit. You dig what I'm saying? So I get it. Don't nobody want to be what we get held to harder than anybody else. You know what I mean? And it ain't my fault that them coons won't stand up and just be motherfucking black, yo.
Chef on fire.
But they don't want to stand up and be it. I ain't gonna motherfucking tuck my tail and I'm not gonna lie to them niggas and tell them they ain't black.
Chef,
I ain't gonna go along with your fucking lie.
Chef, the Ethiopians on this fight for their rights as black people in Israel, the ̓̓αλ𝓏 Jews. They get oppressed. You can look it up right now. It's all over social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. They talking about that.
The world treats them as black. They come to the black community and act like they not black. That's the craziest shit in the world.
He said he coming to Africa after he done with the Gaza.
Bro, they recognize they not 𝓆𝓏𓏏� and Niger Congo people, bro. They
them Ethiopian niggas.
Enslaved, bro. They used to trade, bro. Abyssinians and Somalis to trade motherfucking Bantus and fucking 𝓆𝓏𝓏𝓏𝓏s to the fucking Islamic world, bro. They know they're not the same fucking.
Ngozi, do you consider the Negritos of the Philippines black?
They are described as black.
Right. No.
Look it up, Sosa. Look it up. Share your screen. Please look it up, yo.
It's in the name. It's in the name. I'm asking, do you consider them black people?
From a social construct, they are, but genetically, they're far distinct from us.
So
I can't see genetics.
No. So yes or no?
I'm talking about, Gozy. Now when you
yes
get down
no?
to genetics, Gozy, it get real ugly.
No genes. We ain't looking at genetics. We don't know what the genetics.
Phenotypes is the result of fucking genetics.
I want to get the answer. I want to hear Ngozi answer on that.
No.
Description of what you look like is what labels these names called black. So when I'm saying it's no such thing biologically as black or white. That's social.
No, I just want your opinion. I just want your opinion on it. Do you consider them black?
Give you my opinion. Those dark-skinned people of Southeast Asia.
Well, some of them ain't that dark. I mean,
listen,
they ain't that dark, bro. They ain't that dark.
Okay, listen to me, brother. I'm gonna say this: the people of Papua New Guinea, the Adamanese people, or the Adaman Islands.
No. The Negritos in the Philippines. You know
the Negritos of the Philippines. They call the IT people. That's their name.
Yeah. I hate that. There's a few of them. You know what I'm talking about?
They're more related. They're more related to the Adaman Islanders than they are to the Papua New Guinea.
I want to go the answer. I know where they from, guys. I read it. I want to know where they from.
I want to answer this question. Listen, they are described based off the social construct. They call them people black. But are they genetically close to West Africans? Hell no. They East Asian.
So you consider them black too? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, but if you really look at it, if you really look at them, they don't look shit like West and Central Africans.
I know they don't, bro. I know who they are. You don't got. I know the background. I'm just asking, go to your opinion. I just said, do you be like, yo, them black people over there?
I would consider them black, but not black Africans.
You kind of low. I can't. Okay.
Yeah, they're black people.
Yeah.
Throw in the indigenous Australians as well, right? They're lumped in. They're in the basket of black.
So just when you use
the black fellas, they call them
the Ethiopians is black. Why the Egyptians ain't black?
They call them Aborigines.
When you use the word Caucasians, can you be Caucasian and also be black?
So the Egyptian can be black.
Right.
They call Italians guineas, bro. They call Italians guineas.
I just want to whatever you want to make it.
The upper Egyptian could be considered black people.
The word Caucasian, though.
Make it up as you go along.
If they call Italians guineas, yeah, right, they fucking black then.
Hey Corey, look, I want
black
to get into
that. Lives.
Corey, I want to get into that. So let's go back. Something that Chief X said, right? On his last name, listen, this is what he said. He said, excluding Nubia, right? Excluding Nubia. Nubia was one portion of North Sudan, right? We know this. So if you exclude Nubia, right? The Egyptians, I'm not even including Nubia. I'm talking about the Egyptian population. You cannot call them black in any means, not even ancient times. Because here's the thing. They had a unique cluster that was distinct from population south. You're not going to find a large chunk of their DNA, even in ancient times, that falls in play with 𝓆𝓏𝓏𝓏 or motor type people. That's the base. Don't get it twisted. But down the line, they had a lot of parallel shifts that adjusted to populations that's non-African, because the shift of non-African population starts in the Egyptian corridor. Basal-Eurasians split off that base between the northern portions of Egypt and portions of the Levant when they start to split off and become independent before the bottleneck. So when it comes to the North Africans, there's a unique climbing cluster that belongs to them that separates from population south. I'm talking about the Nubians with the little 𝓆𝓏𝓏𝓏 DNA component that they got in them, even the Abniks. The Abnik Nubians were Libertine populations, but they still had that Nubian cluster or that 𝓆𝓏𝓏𝓏 cluster in them. So what I'm saying is that we can't play that game for Egyptians, because even modern Egyptians don't only have small percentiles of this 𝓆𓅓 component or motor component, but their overall DNA composition falls in play with populations in West Asia. Where did that West Asian shift start? It started between the corridor of the exit based on humanity, which is right there. So no, they were never black, and they don't fall in line with black-like populations south. Not even the half-breed people that was in the south of Nubia, that's south of Egypt. They don't fall in line with that. So now I'm going to play the game and delineate or differentiate even the Nubian, who was a mixed breed from the Egyptians. And those populations that they trying to play with were always a minority in the major country populations that were not them. So no, the ancient Egyptians can't play the black game with Egypt in no type of way. Now, if you want to play the American game based off one drop rule, the average Egyptian today ranges at 10 to 15 to 20% sub-Saharan African. You find it from a 𝓆𝓅𓏏� old phase or the trans-Saharan slave trade. And if you want to play that game, because there has been an 8% increase in one region, we know in Abu Sir, even though it's been laying around, you can play the game because you got niggas like 𝓎𝓅𓏏� who look just like them niggas, and how much of a component of the game was him. But we know in today's time that a lot of things have changed. So we still cannot play that black game and not even really be acceptable to that one drop rule. Because if we play the one drop rule game, that means every fucking Hispanic in America, Mexicans that only got 5% sub-Saharan African, Puerto Ricans that sometimes range from 20% to 40% sub-Saharan African, and everybody here is black if we play that game. And we know that game cannot be played. It's not enough to say that they're black. So no, ancient Egyptians were not black, and the modern Egyptians are not black, and we can't play that game with them regardless of what skin tone they have in Upper Egypt or in other parts of Aswan. No, they're not black.
The way you're using that, they were never black then.
No, they were not. Not at all. Probably the only time they probably was black was 35,000 years ago when they descent from the Cormarusian niggas. And all
when they made the pyramids.
The closest to their blackness is a Somali type nigga.
They didn't make the pyramids 35,000 years ago, bro.
You know what I'm saying? The closer they get to black is Ħā'li Selassie, bro.
Nigga with young Pharaoh with that mother.
Right. When they make
Hey, I'm just saying, like, I believe Lapita them when they say they didn't know they was black. Like, you know, they from a culture when they're used to looking at people that look like them and understanding like they're not us. That's like a dynamic we can't even
they
tap
went
into.
to school, yo. Come on, man.
I'm saying shit.
They went to school, yo. They speak multiple different languages.
Shit. Let me make my argument. I'm not saying that they did not see African Americans and knew what that was, but that don't mean that they identify with that because they come from a mindset where, nigga, just because you look like me don't mean you me.
Yeah, they can pinpoint. They
know that shit. So they don't.
She can say I'm luau.
They don't do the. You look like me. We the same shit over there. They don't do that. We do that.
They don't do that at all. So
yeah. So I can see that.
Listen. If you take little kids, right? Take their culture, all of that away from them. You put pictures in front of them, right? Of African Americans, of white people, of Asians, and all of that. And you tell them to pick out the people that look like you and you put black on it. I guarantee you they'll 100% they'll get that shit right, yo. They'll say that. So they is no way if I'm looking at television as a young black kid, I could see a fucking African and know that I have a connection somehow to that motherfucker. Phenotypically, we are related. I know that as a little kid. Nobody don't have to tell me that. It's the same way if you look at a fucking monkey or a fucking chimp or something, you can see the similarities that you have with it. You think what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that they can't see that they're related, but I'm saying the same way that I look at a nigga and say, yeah, he look like he black, but he ain't black. Like, why can't they have that same mindset? Yeah,
that don't make sense.
They look like me, but I'm not they black. I'm not black.
That doesn't. No. Now, of course, they could look at the way I'm dressed, right? And they could look at all it, and they could tell that I'm not a part of their tribe. That's cultural features. Like everybody can see past cultural features. You saying that the only thing you can see and the only thing these people, Lapita and Garfield and them can see is cultural features? They can't make connections outside of cultural features?
They see the similarities and understand that.
That's what black is. Then that's what black is.
I get that, but I can understand that mindset though, of thinking like, because I can do it, I know they can do it.
Yeah, exactamundo.
But it's not always true.
I don't think
right?
they.
No, that's always true, unless they retarded.
No. But listen to what I'm saying. Like for instance, if you do your genetics, right? And you take a look at the slice of the pie, right? Of most African Americans, right? And then you say, okay, well, who are we more closely related to, right? We will probably be more closely related to a European as opposed to the Melanesians, right? But the Melanesians, like we just talked about them, they will more than likely be lumped into the category of black.
Why would I have to look at my DNA? We not even, DNA ain't even that's shit new. When they was going around rounding up niggas to put them on the boat, they wasn't saying, yo, I need to see your DNA to see if you black. When they was saying, yo, you can't drink off this water fountain, they wasn't saying, let me get a DNA test because if your DNA come back as something else, we're gonna no, it was the way that you look. It was the phenotype. It was the phenotype.
You mentioned a connection. You said more than likely you would have a connection based on the way you would look.
Right? No, I said you would see.
Hey, can anybody see my screen?
A lot of times you would have, in terms, especially African Americans, you would have a more closer genetic connection to a European that doesn't look like you.
Can't nobody see DNA though. Can't nobody see your genetic connection, yo.
That's a different argument.
I think that's my point. I think that's my point.
And that's a different argument. Like, I'm not saying that white people would not see them as black and call them black. I'm saying like they would not identify themselves as black, even though they look the same, because they would understand that just because we look the same don't mean we the same shit. And I'm not going to lump myself into being the same shit because we're not the same.
Is this a true African bust of King Tut, or this is not?
Listen, many niggas did, many cultures do the cranial shit, bro, even outside of Africa. So that's not.
King Tut got nothing to do with the main B2 people, bro. Them Central Sudanian people, bro. Them got nothing to do with it.
Talking about the head.
Your head look like a goddamn.
Yeah, the head is just that's
mango.
That's just cranial shit, bro, that they do from birth. Like other cultures do that shit. So yeah, he could have probably done that shit.
What other cultures does this?
They do that shit in Peru. They do in Peru.
Hey, but Sosa, look though. When you look at
question would have to be who did it first.
They do them. They don't.
Yeah, it goes in order, right? You don't start off.
They didn't. Peru didn't know that them niggas was doing that.
You don't start off white and then turn black. Cannot do that.
All right, bro. You got that one. You got that one.
Science is not scientifically possible.
Bro, this is like the earth stretches, bro. You find that shit in Asia, you find it in East like African populations.
You have to find out who did it first. This everything range in category order, or you just
no, it doesn't. No,
hold on. So certain people don't do things first. Everybody does things at the same time.
Just because you did it first doesn't mean that the other population got it from the person that did, or the population that did it first. I think that's what we're saying.
No. But I never said it got it from them. I'm saying they did it first. Like the first people who built the pyramids, the first people. Hold on. Let me finish my statement. The first people who built the pyramids, the first people who built the pyramids. Just because somebody else built structures like the pyramids somewhere else doesn't mean that the first people didn't do it first. I think that's what y'all.
That's what I'm asking.
I'm not asking for a connection. What would you need a connection for if the first people did it first? What did you need a connection for?
Man,
no connection.
Stop using Mr. Imhotep, bro. Like for real.
Just like in West Africa.
How are you mad because somebody giving you information? Go ahead.
Bro, just like in West Africa, they developed iron on their own independently. They don't mean just because they were the first who did it, don't mean they taught other groups or other populations how to smelt iron. Like Asia did it on their own way, just a different time period.
Yeah, but who did it first? It's the people in Africa. How does it matter? I think that's the problem.
It doesn't matter who did it first.
It does matter. Yes, we are playing that game because if you sit down on the land with gold and diamonds and they had that land before anybody else, somebody could say, you know what, I'm gonna take that because this ain't your land. Oh, I don't care if you had this land before anybody else.
We don't care about first.
I don't even
That's
get the
why.
point that you're making, bro. Like,
I just said if you're
golden
sitting
diamonds,
on land, if you're sitting on land with diamond gold,
are you saying that the main Beach Boy? Hold on. Are you saying the main Beach Boy and King Tut is the same? Like that the same people? That's what you're trying to say? Because they got the same hairstyle. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's exactly what he's trying to say.
That don't mean that.
I mean, that's what
that
they
don't mean
say.
that. That's what we're saying. That don't mean that, bro. Period. That's what we're saying.
So you.
Hey, Sosa, what I was trying to say though to you, Sosa, is that when Lapita or Brother
You
Garfield,
can't prove it.
when Brother Garfield or Lapita go to the UK, they ain't even come out to the United States. They call them niggas black. Garfield is a black man. He's tropically adapted. He got Negroid features and morphology. Lapita as well. They are black people. So what I'm saying is that we will call this because of what we look like in description, and it goes back.
I get that.
So the people that was called black first before African Americans, or before because America's what 247 years old. I think that's how old America is. It's really new. But the people that was called black first in the sense of description, according to the Arabs, was the people in Bilal El Sudan.
Yeah, I get that.
According to the Portuguese, were the people in Angola, and then later on Nigeria, which also means it really does mean what Gullah said. After the Tories named the Black River or the river flow, they made it the whole country, which is an insult based off what the people look like. Not the Tories, but the colonizer, which labeled the whole country. So those people called black first before we took the word, because here's the thing.
I get it. I get that, but they didn't. My argument is that we took it and then we also took it and we named ourselves.
Because we don't know our name no more. So we took the general name that they put on us. They matched us all, but it doesn't mean that those other people wasn't black also.
It means that they ain't black.
All right,
Can we agree that the Arabs
we all
played
right.
black people before the white people did, and so the Arabs had a bad connotation for black before white people? Oh, I'm wrong about that concept.
The Arabs called those East Africans black.
So hold on, my point is being that the Arabs
now these
black
niggas claim that they ain't black. So that shit
like
crazy to me.
This is like the black pirate. He was from the Caribbean. They call that nigga Black Caesar. They never knew he was black, bro.
So then the Arabs started slaving black people in the 7th century. Or I'm mistaken.
Black people started enslaving black people first.
Here we go. You have to prove that. Show something to prove that. Show please something.
Here we go.
No, I mean you have to prove that.
That's called
I thought you liked the first game. I thought you liked to play in the first.
That's what we doing. We playing the first game, but you gotta have evidence of the first game.
Bro, it wasn't no kumbaya in fucking West Africa. We been gang banging shit. Been fuck the ops. They been on it. Like
they would have a word for enslavement if they was doing that shit.
They do.
Man, stop it, bro. Stop it.
What's the word
Everybody
for it?
got a word for enslavement. Slave.
Nigga, these white people ain't had to teach niggas
Show
how to
me the
slave.
word.
Egyptians had slaves.
We were so stupid that white people and Arabs had to show us how to tie a nigga up.
Shit.
Oh man, so
the slave market existed when the European hit the shore. It was already there.
We don't have
right. So Arabs enslaved.
They didn't make
what I'm saying is that Arabs is enslaving black people before white people. I'm wrong about that. You can't. All right, you have to prove that. You said black people. Let's say
the Yoruba owns.
You want to say I'm wrong?
No, I said I wouldn't say you're wrong about it.
All right, so in goes you have to show evidence because you the only person that's saying.
Musa had slaves. Master Musa took slaves to Arabia with him. That's how fucked up he was. I mean,
so obviously that he was down with some Arabs, right?
Hey, let me share the screen real quick, bro.
And they were doing that shit for the new fucking Arabs, bro.
All these black people was calling themselves black. When Malcolm X went to Africa, right? In the African independence explosion, right? They were saying that the black world was waking up, right? This is 1950s. They were saying that the black world was waking up. You look at newspapers all over Europe and shit, right? These whites was losing their colonies and all of this shit in Africa, and it was saying that the black world was waking up, and the black man was rising up, taking this country back. But for some reason now, in 2024, African Americans is the only black people. Crazy as hell.
Yeah, Malcolm X was just using the vernacular.
No, the Africans was using it. What are you saying?
The Africans wrote that?
Yes, Patrice Lumumba. All of them was talking.
Patrice Lumumba had American influences, bro.
I don't give a
Come on, he got that shit from us. That we was influenced.
My God. No, yo. So the Europeans who colonized those countries didn't call those people black too?
No, we already agreed to that.
All right, so it was already existed. Right? It already existed in their car. Ain't no African American had to tell them niggas nothing. Ain't no African American had to tell no motherfucker in Nigeria that the whites called them fucking black, Sosa?
No, but they had to themselves decide.
Go back up. It said New King.
Yeah, they called me black, but I am going to identify as black. That's different.
They ain't had no fucking choice.
Yeah, they did.
No,
right there.
You had to go to work, yo. Hold on.
Still being inspired called black.
No.
They still identified by who they were.
So hold on.
New Kingdom. Who came in the New Kingdom?
Stop. Hold on. Stop.
With that Egypt shit. Yeah, good guy saying the Egypt conversation.
When they had to fill out applications, right, and all of this other stuff, if the Europeans put the racial designations, then you had to, or your ass wouldn't work. So you accepted those categories and those racial classifications in all of the colonized European countries. You had to, the same way we did.
I don't know what kind of applications they were doing for work back then.
The same shit as the. Oh my God!
I don't know if they was filling applications for jobs.
You don't think that in the 1940s, you telling me black people was working in fact without?
Yeah, maybe in 1940.
Oh.
Maybe 1940.
So this conversation don't exist past what year, yo? Let's put a cap on it. Since if it's only African Americans is black, and then it's only a time period when people could be called black, then y'all gonna have to put the time period on it, yo.
I'm gonna go 18.
Nah, you gotta go with the 7th century.
Go ahead.
Arab, 7th century.
Because even when you gotta be writing this shit, Negro land, all that shit, them niggas ain't writing.
No, I'm talking about post-industrial era. I'm talking about the 20th century. I'm talking about the 20th century.
The 1900s, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they were calling themselves black. They knew they was black. The Europeans imposed that on them the same way it was imposed on us. They ain't get their independence to the 60s. Sosa?
I can rock with that, but I still think that a lot of them were not identified as black like we did.
They had no choice.
But why did you not? I'm saying the type of black pride that you see with African Americans. You don't see that with them other cultures.
That's because they still had their culture. They still knew what tribe they belonged to.
Exactly.
With us, it was stripped away. But in general,
that's why they threw it. That's why they able to shake off the black like
they didn't shake off no fucking black. You don't shake black off
within their society, within their mind, within their mind.
It's still there. What are you talking about?
But culturally, because they could identify with each other, they could shake off the just being black. We couldn't.
But did they identify as black pre-colonization?
No, I don't think. No, now I don't agree that they put that. You know what I mean? We didn't either. But the simple fact, if we are black, and if the people that we descend from is black, or y'all saying that we black, but the people that we come from ain't black, that's crazy as hell.
Just like
I agree with you with that, Corey.
I'm on the same page.
No, listen, we're African Americans, but the people that we descend from are African Americans.
Yeah,
they not, but are they black?
Populations on the African continent were impacted by colonization, and black was imposed on them.
Yes,
so we can't deny that.
So you like Reggie with the sacred black thing, because you say they're not black.
Our ancestors black, they ain't black.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with that.
They not just say that they not African American.
They're not African American.
Yeah, they not African American. But if black was put on all of us, it's crazy that Garfield sat there and said,
they look like us.
Garfield was crazy with that statement. I didn't know I was black until I came to America. What is it, coming to America?
Right.
That's that man truth, bro.
This nigga act like he came from the moon or something.
He said in Jamaica they didn't identify as black. He said that shit came with the
You believe him
that
when
came
he
with the Rastafari.
Distinguished though. He said like the more well-to-do. He said the more well-to-do Jamaicans didn't.
Jamaica was a British colony, bro. That's bullshit.
OJ said he wasn't black. Do y'all believe him?
He said he ain't black. He's OJ.
Right.
OJ was just doing a transgender thing. That's different. That's
right.
different.
So niggas on the continent, like Somalians and all of them, they doing the same shit. So if OJ, listen, y'all would never accept OJ saying he not black. If black is just a, hold on. If see, it's different. See, that's because y'all racist. You dig what I'm saying? That's because y'all won't let a African American step outside that shit, but you'll let any other black person step outside that shit.
I'm saying
that's the ADOS thing right there
really
talking about.
I'm saying like really no people want that shit. And why and put that on the people that don't have to do that?
Because it's like, crabs in the barrel. It's crabs in the barrel. Listen to what you're saying. Listen. Y'all saying that a Jamaican can climb out of the black boat, right? A motherfucking a Cuban, they can climb out of it. If you come from some place, with East Africa, you can climb out. Hold on, that good guy. But if an African American try to climb out of that motherfucker, y'all ain't gonna let him do it. If OJ say he ain't black, no, we gonna pull him back down. Cause y'all be damned if a nigga try to get uppity on y'all. But y'all let all these other black people in the world try to get uppity on y'all and say that they ain't black. But a motherfucking African American nigga, you better not try to do that shit. Come on now, that's crazy.
You know, I don't agree with that because I don't necessarily identify as black. I identify as African American.
Then you just got uppity.
I'm saying, Chef, if you rocking with crabs in a barrel, then I can't fight you on that shit. But
I would say Afro-Cubans was treated like shit.
You got to understand my point. Like they got that shit.
Afro-Cubans was treated like shit during the Batista era, bro. Like for real.
We did the shit because we had to. They ain't had to do that shit. So I wouldn't even put that on them. Like that's our shit. We just gotta own that shit.
No, it's all our shit. It's all our shit. Tell me when they got treated better. Because they
had the ability to they still knew who they are.
Oh yeah,
we don't know who we are.
Yeah.
So we have to rock the black. They don't gotta rock the
black. You losing me. You losing me right now.
They had the whole caste system, bro. They had the fucking caste system, bro. They motherfuckers know who the fuck they are, dog. Like how we is.
We had a brown paper bag system.
We're talking about
in
on
America.
the continent now, but yeah.
Are you serious?
In the caste system, I can agree. But on the continent, they still knew who they are. They still knew who they were. Like why I put that on them? Why put that on the different Negritos? Because they got their own name, like the atheism search to identify that shit. So why put them in the black category?
Because like, they black.
Like,
what the fuck?
Y'all can't get away, nigga.
Because they black. If I'm black, nigga, you black.
Yeah, what about South Africa?
Don't be Chef, you a colonizer. Chef was a colonizer.
What about
Chef was a colonizer?
Because Western mind, Chef. That's that Western mind.
No, because all of these people that we're talking about that say that they not black, they won't have no problem with calling a West African or one of us fucking black. So that's the fucking double standard. If black is not real and they not black, then the fucking Nigerian exists on the same continent of Africa with them fucking East Africans. So if they not black, but they'll call it the motherfucking West African black, that's the racist shit right there.
It's just like Dominicans and Haitians. Dominicans don't call themselves black.
That's a great because if an Ethiopian isn't black, then none of us are black.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
If the motherfucker
Ethiopians look exotic, bro. Like
okay, they can look exotic. Man, definitely. I totally agree.
Come on.
But the point is that when you call somebody black, right? The reason why you're calling them black and the reason why you not calling yourself black is because you know that the negative connotations that come along with that shit, yo. That's the only fucking reason. Like, if you saying that they know their name, listen to what you said, Coach Sosa, then they know their name, right? They know their culture. So they don't have to accept the that category of black. But so I agree. So then why would the East Africans call the West Africans black?
Because they racist.
There you go. Now why
to
would
your point, hey Sosa, and to your point, Haitians look a little exotic as well. So I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. We sitting here picking and choosing.
But Dr. Karakuni said the same thing when she said the people who living in Egypt right now wouldn't like the word black, and people in America is reclaiming the word. So it's two different ways of thinking of the same word, and I think that's the problem we have.
Yeah, man, listen, it's crazy. Like what we identifying is, you know, racism, and I understand black people who saying that they're not black. You dig what I'm saying? They don't want that negative connotation put on them, but it is what it is. Y'all not fooling nobody by saying y'all not black. You think white people looking at you? You think do East Africans think white people believe them when they say they not black? What the fuck type crazy?
Hey, Chef, in them Spanish countries and like Portuguese, like just Latin countries or whatever, they had a whole little time period where they tried to whiten up the fucking country. That's like they brought in purposely like
Europeans.
Just to whiten it up because they knew motherfuckers. They didn't want the motherfuckers, black motherfuckers around and shit.
That's a fact.
And they wanted to have a larger population. They were too small in numbers. Let's start shipping them in, and even that impact.
But this shit didn't work. This shit didn't work that well in Cuba. Like they brought in a lot of Portuguese in Cuba. They didn't like it. They motherfuckers moved back and shit.
They work in South America. The niggas they're too many of them niggas. The niggas just absorb them niggas and they still there.
They did this to the Caribbean. They sent a lot of Caribbeans to America because, especially around our Black Power time, so they could have quote unquote a docile black person.
But what they do is, see, this is what they do. They run around and tell all these other black people, right? Or what they not black, right? They run around, they try to convince African Americans that they not black. But the problem is y'all gotta go convince the white man that y'all not black. Fuck telling, they love coming over to us telling us that they not black. They think they get credit for that shit. Go convince the white man that put black on everybody that you not black. See how that shit fucking work. You feel me? Because we don't get out of it by saying we not black. So your dumb ass don't get out of it by saying you ain't black either. Because don't nobody believe a nigga. That's the problem. So who said that those Ethiopians, who said that those Ethiopians over in Israel fighting for their fucking lives? You dig what I'm saying? Why? Because they fucking black.
To us, those Akata, they call us homeless. They say we the homeless, bro. They call us Akata.
Yeah, they don't accept them because they're motherfucking black.
They're homeless, bro. They look at us. They look at us as a people that don't have a home. We homeless, bro.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Beast with no nation.
Yeah, so that's a slight to them. They're like, nah, man, I got a home, nigga. Y'all homeless.
I agree with them.
Don't put me in y'all homeless group of niggas. I don't want to be homeless.
That's the black that you're talking about.
Yeah.
But hold on. So it will be people in the Caribbean that feel the same way.
Right? Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They'll feel as though I'm Jamaican. I ain't, or you know what I mean? I ain't like them. What? Like that shit sound crazy.
Them the first niggas. Them the Caribbean niggas in South. Them the first niggas.
Right.
Them the first
that shit fucking crazy. They sat there and let Garfield get away with that shit. I'm looking like, what the fuck is going on? Jamaicans don't know that they black now? Like, oh, the African Americans just retarded. We the only people that say that we black. And we the only people that got the black problem.
That's why I made the comment earlier. Like, I said Jamaica is so black that they call the fucking mulattoes and shit white boys. Like Michael Manley and all them niggas. Them niggas was mulatto motherfuckers. They call them white.
Them motherfuckers black. Like, he don't know that he black. Like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? Like what is the joke here?
Chef, you know the UNESCO General History of Africa that everybody always talks about, right? So they came out with a new volume last year.
Okay.
For the general history of Africa. It's called Africa and Its Diasporas. I think you should probably take a look at that.
All right.
Because
what
it talks about a critical observation. I'm just reading it from the UNESCO site because I wanted to grab this. The dynamics of the relationships between Africa and its diasporas. Right. So I think that's sort of what we're kind of talking
about right now. Right.
Yeah, exactly. It says the movements between Africa and the rest of the world and the way in which Africa connects with the rest of the world. So maybe that grab that book and maybe that can actually spur some really good conversations right there. Because we know UNESCO puts out some good work, and that's a new one, right? It's one of the newest pieces of that set that was just released.
Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. And they came out when?
Last year, 2023. And that's out of the volumes of the general history of Africa. So everybody always talks about the ones way back
in the
Diop
70s
and all this. Yep, exactly, right. You got one right in 2023. So, nobody talks about that one, right? So, bring it up to date a little bit.
And don't make them folks homeless. We finna try to make them folks sleep out in the street with us. And be out here with our hands over the fires. Just like that folk got a home, man.
What you call it? European colonialism made all of us homeless. They was homeless in their own home, right?
Oh, man.
The resources and the wealth of their countries, they still don't. Most of the resources.
They broke free though. They broke free. They just under neocolonialism, but they still broke free.
Nigga, we broke free at the same time.
Yeah, but they broke free earlier than us.
Who?
Them African colonies, they weren't really under like.
Yes, they
was
was.
Different time,
it wasn't up until the 1950s. The same time we start fighting and throwing is when they start getting independence.
In different areas, they got out a lot sooner before us, right?
Who? No.
In the area where the slave trade originally was going down at.
No,
it was still being largely held and ran still by these Africans. They still were in charge. They still had money even after the slave trade.
No, they wasn't. That shit was all colonized, bro. They was enslaved on their own land. They ain't get
the 1960s.
Yeah, they ain't get their independence to the 60s, bro.
Hold on, we gotta look that one up.
Come on, yo. I thought you
so
knew that,
I don't think you did your research on that, bro.
Yeah, Nigeria definitely didn't get their freedom to the 60s.
Gotta look that up. Gotta look that one up.
They was enslaved on their own goddamn land.
Remember, that was the CIA who killed him, and he was the first from.
That's one area. Africa's a whole country.
No, right. it was the whole. It was the whole of Africa. They were being held by European
people to death.
What? They was
They had mad coups at that time.
Yeah, you talking about the scramble of Africa shit? All them different European nations cut it up and shit.
Yeah, and they held them up into the 60s. I think Ghana was the first.
I'm saying Ghana the
first one, and that was in
1957.
Yeah, exactly.
To gain independence, total independence.
Exactly.
I think that's independent. But I'm talking about some of them were free, but I'm talking about neocolonialism. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference between the type of when it's neo where they still rule, but they're under
what?
They rule, but they're under the French. Like the Africans are in charge, but they still are under the control of a particular government. You know what I'm saying? Neocolonialism.
About like apartheid state.
No, neocolonialism is different.
The government, they still using like the French style.
Yeah, it's
government.
You're talking about
like when there's an African leader,
have to use the French dollar.
Yeah, there's an African leader at the
head. They have to put their money into a French bank account.
Controlled by, you know what I'm saying? So
well, a couple of them is still under neocolonialism, and that's what they be arguing about now.
So it was 2024, and they still under neocolonialism, which is apartheid. Damn.
Then we got Ethiopia.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Never colonized, right? We got Ethiopia that was never colonized. All right. So
yeah, Liberia wasn't.
Liberia, 1862. Independence in 1847. So yeah, so this is another one.
So
Hey,
You
Chef,
said,
that volume is actually open access, so it's free. I put the download link in the back chat for you guys.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what's up.
I'm seeing a past Chinese presence in Africa back in the early, was it 1000? So I'm like, oh, okay, well maybe that explains that that Chinese back 1% that's in my DNA, Chef. I don't know.
You talking about the South? You talking about the East?
That's in East
Southeast
Africa, right?
I'm telling you.
They
It's
they had
there for
hooked
some
up.
reason.
No, they had hooked up with the what you call those people on the East African coast. What was that called? Gullah.
You talking about the Swahili
The
coast?
Swahili
Yeah.
coast, right?
And,
That's why.
remember in Madagascar you got the Magazi people. They from Indonesia and shit.
Yeah.
That 1% though in your DNA, Brandon, would still be not necessarily recent, but not too long ago. Like, so it could be due to the Asians that they brought over to work on the railroads.
It could be from the Caribbean, and it could,
all the Caribbeans,
Caribbean ancestry, could be for the Caribbeans
too.
Even in the metal letter, they said they talks about Asians.
My God.
1% means
does.
that 1% means it's on its way out. That means that, you know what I'm saying?
They talk
to have
about
a
Asian
child,
in the
your
metal
child
letter.
wouldn't
It's
have
not
that.
like it's a lie.
Man, ain't talking about no East Asian, no damn metal net. Get out of here, bro.
Man, you cannot. That nigga cannot.
Asians. I never said East Asian. I said Asians. And don't act like
we talking
You
about
just that lady is obsessed with Egypt. You can't let Egypt go. That good guy. We be talking about
Africa.
That Liberia. He be like, yeah, you know, Liberia. True.
What happened?
No, I said that good guy be tripping. So,
yeah, definitely.
Hey, yeah. So now that we off the whole race thing, now we gotta get on that black land, cause like even that black cattle, you know what I'm saying? Like I get the evidence that he's presenting. That's not enough, bro.
Did you hear what I told them? So I said the reason why they even make emphasis on a black bull or a black sheep is because these animals are ungulates. Ungulates are attracted to pastoral lands, the same lands that agriculturalists use. That's why it's even a war or even a back and forth between pastoralists and agriculture. Because they fighting over the same land or rich land soil areas or whatever.
Right. And when I asked them why they choose the black, what was the purpose of choosing the black one? You can't just act like that's not a significant part of it and just ignore that. That's essential to your argument. You have to know that to mount your argument. Because like I said, if that blackness is attached to that silk, like Chef was arguing, it's because of fertility, then you dead on that.
Yeah, and if they looking at these religious people looking at it like, oh shit, these cows coming up dark and shit, the cows coming up to the pasture land, these black cows, shit, that's symbolic for the black land. It's easy. That's easy work.
Yeah, I was saying that wasn't enough.
Yeah, but y'all didn't find a source that agree with that.
They don't got primaries of what they're saying, bro. It's not.
Nah, they did find a primary source to talk about the wetness, and that's
why not a primary. That is Plutarch some way later, bro. That's not a primary.
It's a secondary. It's
not even that, bro. Because
Plutarch some Greek shit.
Even Smash agreed that that's not a primary. That's the Greeks' idea of what Egypt. That's not the primary. Would be the Egyptians themselves documenting.
That is the best thing you have.
Now you can say the best thing. That's not the argument. That's not a primary. Period. Like whatever else.
But that's not for us. That's for you. That's for the darkness.
It's not a reliable source, though, bro.
It's not reliable, bro.
What source do y'all have for the black land?
The dictionary. The Egyptologist. You know,
right? The same one that we use, right? And
no, I'm saying all of them. You pick the dictionary. Right. Listen, you pick the Egyptian dictionary, and I'ma agree with it. So you pick the one that's saying what you saying.
Yeah. Oh God, that's the reason why they got to the part about the wet making the
No, bro, don't jump around. I said you pick the dictionary, the Egyptian grammar.
It doesn't matter. Pick the grammar, the TLA. Go ahead.
So you want the TLA?
Yeah, go to it. But you have to find where did they get that term from. Go ahead.
What?
Go to it.
Man, yeah, because they almost try to get me on the moisture stuff. But see, I watched that. I saw a video. So I knew what that Greek dude said. So I knew I knew about that moisture and the wetness, and because he would have got that over on me had I not known that. You know what I'm saying?
So
no, all
he was
right then.
dragging you towards the riparian, wasn't he?
Yeah, because it's the pupil, the black of the eye. I said, nah, I remember what that dude said. That's Greek thought. The whole moisture.
But see, this the thing though. Once you show them what they claim you can't, then they gonna disprove the source, right? If I pull up a dictionary, no, hold on, let me finish. If I pull up a dictionary, right, you gonna have a reason for it, not being true in there. If I pull up the TLA, y'all gonna say, show me where they got it from. Bro, when is y'all gonna stop, yo? When is when is something ever gonna say what y'all are saying? See, y'all gotta produce a source that's saying what y'all saying, because we done produced every source possible saying that the shit mean the black land, right? So now y'all gotta produce the source, right, that says it's the black people. I'm tired. I didn't did this shit 20 shows in a row. So at this point, and y'all look at the shit like it's crazy, and then the next day y'all say the same thing over again. So at this point, y'all gonna have to produce the sources that's saying what y'all saying, because I'm out of bullets, yo. I didn't show y'all what the Egyptologist didn't say.
They didn't even provide a secondary source that says it.
Everything they did, even with the Plutarch.
See, this is where we talk about comprehension at this point.
No, y'all niggas don't comprehend.
Sauron said that.
Sauron.
Look at Sauron, bro.
I ain't say nothing about Sauron. Now you switching. I said go get a source that say what you're saying. A dictionary, a goddamn TLA. Go get the shit that's saying what you saying.
Yeah, that good guy don't know that shit.
And then it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
Like for us, right? Good guy. We'll point to like Faulkner, right? We'll point to Faulkner.
And good guy, you only got to show me one.
And they say that Faulkner is an authoritative Egyptological dictionary, and in Faulkner it points to the ��𓏏�, right, for the source of where they get the Kemet, the black land, right? And then we can go to the ��𓏏�, which is a primary, right? But in terms of going deeper than that, that's what we have, right? Those are the sources that the Egyptologists use, right? Where are you guys getting yours?
What about that source?
So I just showed you a secondary that's pointing to a primary, right? And that's what they use to substantiate Kemet meaning the black.
You see,
right? What do you guys have?
For the black people? What are you talking about? For the black people?
Yeah, what do y'all got for that?
So, like, Reggie got that source from
Black Cattle. Get out of here, man.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
Yeah.
He going to pull out the Black Cattle, bro. I already know what he going to do.
He better not. Or his ass out of here.
Sacred Black Cattle that Smash was trying to show me on Uncle. And I asked him why the black cattle. He said he don't know.
Yeah, and keep in mind what we're using is an authoritative source that's being used is a standard across the field. You know, and I think that's one of the reasons why we're having a hard time.
Yeah. It's a man, he crazy, but like it's a reason why the black cattle emphasized. Like the black cattle ain't showing up in the desert. They only showing up in fertile land.
So what is he showing now? Oh, because I'm reading this shit that Brendan sent me. I appreciate this one, Brendan. This one good.
Yeah, that's a good one. That UNESCO.
Yeah, it's already backing me up. I'm on the first page.
They talk about the Creole. They talking about the creolized languages and all. This a beast for me. This a good piece for my collection, Brendan. Right on.
Yeah, that's it.
This shit already backing me up.
Hey, good guy. The second source they point to is that that Egyptian reading book, right? That Dr. ��𓏏�, right? The Egyptian reading book, where they actually go and they find the early interpretations of the KMT.
Yo, the good thing of what ChatGPT did today in our conversation, right?
is right because I was telling my like Smash like historically like, you're not really gonna find direct primary research shit. You have to draw inference, right? And that Chat GPT laid out a whole shit like they deal with cosmology, mythology, linguistics. Like it laid out a whole religion, cultural context,
the whole cultural piece.
Like there was so many boxes you had to check. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can't just use the meta to cite.
And I finally found where Diop got the idea of the three stroke glyph and all that mean the literal quote unquote literally the Negroes.
Yeah, we get
where
it.
he gets it because he outlines it in the general history of Africa too as well, right? He points to the he's what he calls the first African scholar that sort of unveiled this that the Kemet meant black, or the black people. Not the KM, but the Kemet meaning the black people. And I think it's a scholar. His name is I might butcher this name. I've been trying to find.
Is there anything historically about it that we can look at?
No. Yeah, I want to pull it. I want to see if I can pull his information up. I've been trying, but I can't find anything on it because I don't know if his work is published in French or Wolof or something like that. Because that's some of the difficulties when you go back using some of the sources that Diop and those guys use.
Yeah, because even that 𝓎𝓅𓏏�, I want to hear the whole thing. I heard some of it. Some of that stuff is a little strange because one lady was like, I try not to use any white scholars.
Yeah, a couple of them were kind of on the edge.
Yeah, she's like, I only use my hat. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like strange, bro. Like me, sound like a little racist to me, but
yeah. So this is the one I was telling you about. In terms of where Diop got his idea about the Egyptians meaning the black people, right? So he talks about in this line on the second paragraph about the Egyptians had only one term to designate themselves. You see the little glyph here with the three strokes that we always talk about that meant the Egyptians, the KMT, right? And then but Diop he interprets this as the Negroes, literally. You see what he just did? And then he points to a source, which is 44, right? Keep in mind, in the general history of Africa, this is where Diop sort of laid out his, one of his main arguments, right? And then you go down to the reference in 44. He says, this important discovery was made on the African side by this scholar. What's it? Sosul Nasugan, right? So I've been trying to figure out how we can actually maybe backtrack and find some information about this scholar.
That shit probably old as hell.
Yeah, exactly. See, again, on all sides, you're running into dead ends. If that good guy, maybe if you can find some information about this gentleman.
You couldn't find anything on him, Brendan?
No, I couldn't find anything.
But he made that shit up.
But you see, he says that this guy.
Sauron didn't disagree with that
he
statement.
Said who was to compile this part of the present chapter? I guess he was gonna compile this part, but he actually points to the water bush, for some, as another, I guess you would say, reference or source here. But of course, in the water bush, it doesn't say this. So again, right, even when we point to Diop's work, where did Diop get this from? You know what I'm saying? So now we're backtracking and finding the origins of his work. We have to do the same due diligence on both sides. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, right? Just can't say, okay, well, where did where did Faulkner get that from? Well, where did Gardner get that from? Where did Lepsius get that from? Well, where did Diop get that from? Does anybody ask that question?
Yeah, because see, my thing is like what they're calling primaries, right? Is like they're looking at the glyphs
and they're making inferences off the glyphs, and then they're considering that a primary because of the inference that they made. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the 𝓎𓅓𓏏 thing, you know what I'm saying? And talk about how these are characteristics, because even he had kind of messed that up because he was saying like, because he confused Sauron's statements when he said they didn't use this to distinguish peoples as
Sauron was wrong about that too.
hold on, bro, hold on. He confused that with peoples being plural as instead of peoples in terms of the Akan, the Yoruba. So he thought that since he found different people, like different individuals, peoples, then that went against Sauron's argument, but that didn't, because he was talking about peoples in terms of groups, clans, and so forth, so on. You know.
This is it right here. Remember the KNTYW. This is it right here when he said he didn't call them peoples in the hinterland. This is it right here.
Well, you back at the same spot? You ain't got nothing new?
No, all that shit y'all said, he wasn't even listening.
No, hold on. He said that, what did Sauron say? He agreed with KMT.
You ain't got nothing other than Sauron, bro?
Smash said earlier that he agreed with us.
This is somebody else on the screen right there that agrees with Reggie concept of.
No, listen.
Oh God.
Do you know that Smash said he agreed that it's saying what we said it was saying? He was on Community of Skeptics today. We're all in agreement that it was saying what we said it was saying.
What did it say that just
that Sauron was saying that the Egyptians didn't call themselves black and they didn't call other people black in Africa. They didn't use color. That's what Sauron was saying. So you still use it. Now you confused. You asking me what now?
No, we agree with that. We agreed that they never used it for the peoples in the hinterland. We agreed that he said that.
And in general, with people in general.
Right.
They didn't use color designation.
Hold on. Can we go back to the statement first, or do we have to go back to the statement?
I don't.
No, but you hold on. No, hold on. I'm agreeing with what he said. I'm not agreeing with y'all. There's two different things. So I think we have to go back to the statements for us to be on the same
obviously
page.
Somebody is confused about what he's saying. If we're both saying we agree with Sauron, but you saying you disagree with us, then obviously one of us don't got a clear understanding of what Sauron is saying. And with Smash, we already cleared that up with him today. So obviously we know what he's saying. You still confused.
Right.
I'm not confused if I'm giving you information what they agreed upon.
So now you got to go on Smash Show tomorrow. No, listen. Go on Smash Show tomorrow and tell him. No, you got to hash that out with Smash. Tell Smash he wrong.
Yeah, we don't have.
No, how I'm telling Smash that I'm wrong when I am in agreement with Smash and Reggie. And this is Reggie work on the screen, so how am I disagreeing with them? Can you please explain?
No, because obviously they were saying something different. At this point, everybody is in agreement.
Smash Rockwell's not saying the same thing, and that's probably why we're having this conversation right now.
No, Smash just was on the Community of Skeptics and said that he agreed with us or he agreed with the statement as we said.
I agreed that Sauron did say that they said they never used it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, right. And they never use it for people in the land, and nor did they use it for
people
in general. Okay,
I agree with that statement.
Okay,
but that's not. Hold on. I don't think you understand the statement before that. That's the second paragraph.
What the fuck?
What are you talking about, bro?
The never part is another paragraph.
He agreed with all of it, bro. All of it.
He agreed that he agreed that Sauron said that. That's what we all in agreements with.
That Sauron disagrees with Diop. You get that?
No. Let's get it straight. He agreed that Sauron said what he said.
And that Sauron disagrees with Diop.
Right.
You can't lump everything in one. If you want to deal with what he said, that's too. Do you understand what I'm saying?
like Sauron saying that KMT and KMU. Sauron agreed with that. Y'all saying y'all disagree with that. So y'all can't agree that y'all agree with Smash Rockwell.
Sauron was disagreeing with Diop.
So God, then we have a problem then.
No, you
can't
have a
agree with-
problem.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, we done been
I
through
don't
this shit
have a
too many
problem.
times, bro.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem because you trying to say that Sauron agreed with Diop, which
No.
he did.
No.
Oh, you say he didn't agree with Diop?
Yes.
So that we have to look at
English.
the
What, you speak Spanish, my nigga? Hello?
I don't know where you at. Yeah, that good guy.
Can we all agree that this is Reggie information? All right, we agree to that. Let's move on. Let's go back. We gotta go to the statement.
What you supposed to be showing, bro? You supposed to be showing something specific.
He took a he don't even got his own work.
Because
he took a screenshot of man, get out of here, man.
That good guy, you bootleg, my nigga. You bootleg, bro.
I don't do this.
All right, so it's no point even if you don't even have your own
let
source.
me do something then, since you don't do it. Let me So I want to go back to some of the scholars that people in the community use and try to figure out where they get some of this stuff from. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we talked about Diop because he's front and center. We again, let's throw on the table. We got to figure out where Diop got it from. So he references
I think we need to get
that
the
one guy
right first.
No,
we done with that sentence.
Exactly, not that. Right. So I'm interested in Browder because a lot of people use Browder. Yeah, I mentioned
Browder,
this
Anthony
before,
Browder.
Oh
yeah, that's my man. Go ahead, give me some Browder.
Oh shit,
that's my boy right there.
Before I mentioned this before, Chef.
Yes.
I don't think as many people are reading Diop as they claim to, because Diop is a hard read.
Yes, it is.
I think a lot of people are reading Anthony Browder,
mm-hmm.
but it's nothing wrong with that. But can you see this?
Yep.
All right. So you
I used to love that book.
All right. So you know a little bit about.
I never read Anthony Browder's work.
Oh,
you know a little bit about the KMT, right? So what is this telling us in terms of this? So where did he get this from? You know a little bit about the glyphs. Go ahead and go in a little bit on this.
He got that from Diop, and he most of his work, he wasn't even going straight to Diop. He was actually going to Van Sertima. Van Sertima actually wrote a synopsis on Diop's symposium in a book called Egypt Revisited.
Yeah, that's a good book.
Yeah, by Egypt Revisited. And this boy Tony Browder is actually taking a lot because in Egypt Revisited, he made it more digestible, right? It was an easier read than the symposium and all of the stuff that Diop was putting out in Civilization and Barbarism in those different books. So Tony, what's the boy name? Van Sertima made it a little bit more easier by rewriting it a little bit, you know what I mean, generalizing the different arguments, right? And Tony Browder was taking a lot of it from him. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So what Tony Browder's interpretation of it, right? He says, prior to the Greek use of the word Egypt, Africans referred to the country as Kemet, which was written KMT. He says the first symbol is a biliteral, right? And Chef, you got to back, do some fact checking right here because you studied this glyph ad nauseum. So a biliteral, it stands for two letters and it means black. I'm presuming that's the little the taco glyph that we talk about.
Yeah, it's KNM.
Right, exactly. So that's the biliteral, two words, and that means black. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. It says pictorially, it is a charred piece of wood. Phonetically, it represents KM. Okay. All right, so he's on point.
Yeah, but he's now what you know that he's definitely using Diop because he called it a charred piece of wood. Everybody else calls it a crocodile scale or a piece of alligator skin or some shit like that.
Right.
Diop
and it says that on this piece here, he talks about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely, this is it's not a what he talks about the root. See, you see right here,
Mhm.
he talks about the whole idea about it being a piece of coal in this
Right.
work. So yep. So we're on the same page. Hold on, let's go back.
Mhm.
All right. So all right. So it means the charred piece of wood. All right. It says the second symbol is a monoliteral. So that is, it stands for just one letter. Pictorially, it is the owl. That's that owl right there we talk about, right?
Mhm.
And that, I guess you says the monoliteral. What does it stands for? It says
M.
M. Okay. It says on the third symbol pictorially is the loaf, right? That's that little mound thing that we talk about, but it's really a loaf, right? And what does it say?
A T.
Say pictorially. It says it's monoliteral and it stands for the consonant T, right? It says the fourth symbol is the determinative, and that's the little cross thing, which represents the plan of a village, city, or nation. Okay, so up to now,
He said
I'm presuming,
nation. You see what
Yep.
Tony Brown said? He said nation. Go ahead.
Okay.
And you know, old girl said that type of language don't even exist. It didn't have that concept like nation, because old boy Ronald Brown tried to pull that off.
Right. At least the black city or the black nation, right? Yeah. He says
black city or black town would be more feasible.
Yeah.
There's no black nation. They don't have the understanding of a nation.
because they didn't necessarily have what I guess what Corey calls nationalism.
Right.
It's not a concept of nationalism as we think of
They
it.
have a flag. They have no flag in there like
right.
Right. So it says, thus the word KMT or Kemet means the country of the blacks or the land of the blacks. So now this is where I think he's taking liberties, right? That the standard scholars don't necessarily take, because his interpretation of everything that I think he was kind of on point with so far, he kind of deviated there. It says, and not the black soil as some have suggested. And again, he doesn't point to where he gets this from, but like you said, Chef, presumably he's pointing back to either Diop or someone else who's
we can see it, because look, he used he
that word.
Yeah, he used charcoal or wood for what other Egyptologists call crocodile skin, or you know what I mean. So we already know who worked. He was.
So they usually refer to it as a crocodile skin.
No, it was suggested that it might be crocodile skin.
So what is the two terms that they usually use for it?
Right here. Look. Diop talks about it. He says right here in the second paragraph. Here he talks about
because Diop was saying that they used the strongest symbol in their in their language for black, a piece of coal or charcoal. You dig what I'm saying?
So,
I mean, that's black. You dig what I'm saying?
Right here. Yeah, right here he talks about it, right? He says the Egyptians had only one term to designate themselves, and he talks about this glyph here with the three strokes that he says literally is Negroes, meaning Negroes. He says this is the strongest term existing in the Pharaonic tongue to indicate blackness. It says it is accordingly written with the hieroglyphic symbol, a length or representing a length of wood charred at the end, and not crocodile scales. So when he says it's not crocodile scales, he references this reference 45, which is down here at this bottom here that we need to figure out where he's getting this from. So basically, he's, the crocodile scales is saying that it's this on 45, but he's saying, no, it's not the crocodile scales, it's the wood. Right. So now I think that backed up what you were just saying, Chef, because this is the work where everybody's sort of pulling from. Right. It's not only Browder, it was also
he got Negroes too. When you go down. Hold on, go back for a second.
He says
go
it
down.
means Negroes.
He got the Negroes down there, KMJW, the Negroes.
Yeah, that's his interpretation. He says this is, as opposed, like in standard Egyptology, like for instance, this glyph here means the Egyptians, right? KMT, right? He's saying that it means the Negroes, not the Egyptians. It means the Negroes. literally. And that's where he gets it from, this one guy here that we're trying to figure out who is this person, and can we find his work, and where did he get it from?
So basically, he's translating that as the blacks.
Yeah, exactly. The black people, the Negroes.
Yeah, right.
So this is the origins of some of Diop's sort of theory, and he's pointing out to where he's getting this from.
Yeah, right there. They also got it right there too. The Negroes, literally the black men.
Yeah. Said the black men up in here. Right.
So
have you read this one, good guy? You pull this.
No, he has not.
Right, you should pull this. And again, Asa Hilliard is using this as well, right? So he talks about this, and he references Diop's work here in that same volume there, that same area, in terms of what the KMT means, right? He says, I think Asa Hilliard, he's a little bit more lenient. He says that it means the black land or the black people of the land, right? But again, even his work is sort of pointing back to Diop in the General History of Africa too, right?
All you joke.
Yeah, but we got to figure out, where did he get it from?
Did he put that dude's name in ChatGPT?
I did. I didn't get anything. Didn't find it. You know, that's the first place I put it. Right. So now, maybe who do we need to reach out to? I don't know.
Hey, do y'all got James P. Allen on y'all ChatGPT?
James P. Allen?
Listen, he got his own app on ChatGPT.
For real?
I got him. Like, so all I put my shit right in James P. It's crazy.
I gotta get that.
It's crazy. You know how you can get the different little let me look.
Can I pay for it? I'm ready to call.
No, it's in 4. Is it
Oh man.
if you got 4,
how do you get to it?
let me see. Y'all might have to go to the
See, Chef, we kind of revealing our hands some of the work we do in the back. we say we don't read. we all Chef always says he doesn't read. But yeah, that's a lie. He reads probably more than most of us.
Yeah, that's the fighting style. That's the fighting style, because that allows them to be able to drop their guard and say anything around you. You dig what I'm saying? You want them to get comfortable and drop their guard, Right. So
exactly,
and then you corner their ass.
We trying to figure out where Diop gets it from. I don't know. Do you guys know? I don't know. Oh.
Hold on. So it's called It's called Hieroglyphic Helper, right? By Dr. Richard. And this one, no. Hold on.
No, these niggas gonna make me get into these glyphs with the chat.
I got one. I got by Professor 𝓎𝓅𝓏�, and I got this other one, James P. Allen. And that's Hieroglyphic Helper. And you just put it in. How the fuck did I get to it?
I see it. Yeah, you basically just Google it. Just Google Hieroglyphic Helper, and I see it. So you have to figure out.
No, it's exactly right in ChatGPT how you get the badge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, is actually like, I got all kinds of shit in my ChatGPT.
Yeah, it says message Hieroglyphic Helper right here. I just Googled it and it just pointed me to a link to it.
Yeah, but it should be on your what's the name? So like on the side, like I got all kind of shit on my ChatGPT. I did a deep dive in the ChatGPT.
Oh man.
Because I actually found
sidebar? Okay, yeah, just hit keep in sidebar.
So yeah,
it's on the sidebar right now. Okay, all right, I got you.
Because I definitely was trying to trick it. You dig what I'm saying? I tried every which way, and I found some errors in it, right? But for the most part, the information was correct. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it was just like some of the glyphs that it was giving me was wrong. But it was saying one thing, but it was giving me different glyphs, right? So I was like, oh yeah, they got that glyph wrong. You know what I mean? So it might be some type of error.
A little bit buggy.
Yeah, a little bit buggy. But the info, so I was like, keep that in mind when you using, this, that it can give you wrong glyphs. You dig what I'm saying? So you got to check the glyphs. The information be corrected what they saying about the glyph, but the actual glyph might be a little, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you put the wrong glyph right there. You dig what I'm saying? Like they didn't give me the correct glyphs for 𝓎𓅓𓏏�. You dig what I'm saying? It wasn't giving me the correct glyphs. But the breakdown of 𝓎𝓅𝓏𝓏📏 was dead on. You know what I mean? I looked all that up and it was, So all of that information was correct, but the glyphs, so to say, the actual hieroglyphic glyphs wasn't all the way correct. So.
Oh, okay. Right,
yep.
cool.
So I was like, I can't.
It's another tool in your toolbox. Yep. I'm telling you.
Yep.
So it's like I'm sitting up here watching. I'm looking at my because I grab everything I put in PowerPoint. I got a 𝓆𓅓𓏏� up in here. I was like, why did I capture that?
You can throw that in Chat GPT, can't you?
I must have been sitting up one night, sipping some Grey Goose or something. I don't know why I grabbed this 𝓆𝓅𝓏𝓏📏📏.
Sosa told me one day, look, I'm in the middle of an argument. Sosa say, man, look, he hit me in the back chat like, man, grab that picture and throw it in Chat GPT. I'm like, what the hell? Like that, man, that shit powerful.
Man, I'm telling you, we must have been going at it something about this, right? Because I wouldn't have captured it that way. I was like, I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna keep it because it's probably gonna come back up.
Yeah, they don't realize how, like Unc said, if some of this shit is making y'all obsolete. Cause we can go take that shit now and throw it right in Chat GPT. So I can read the glyphs now. You feel me? I can translate that shit. I throw it right in Chat GPT on your ass. I don't need you to tell me nothing about the glyphs no more. You know what I mean? We're not beholden to them and, their understanding of the shit. Like we can get to it just as fast as them. So that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, I need to use. Yeah, I got to get up on some of these tools as well.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All y'all got some closing words. I'm about to get out of here. It's been 4 hours. Been on this motherfucker.
No, I would just say, in terms of, you went on a racial odyssey today, man. And I think I'm not a stranger to those. I went on one about a year and a half ago myself. So, sometimes it'll lead you in some right directions, and sometimes it leads you in the wrong. But I think in general, right? I think you're doing it from a good place, right? You're trying to make some really good points with it, and I kind of understand what you're saying. So this is a good show. This was a really good show, right? Great monologue, great way to bring everybody into the conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick up my my little streaming too a little bit more. I've been damn just busy doing some other shit, but I'm gonna try to pick up my stream a little bit more. I'll pick up the conversation.
Man, that's what I was like. I was like, man, where the fuck Sosa been at? I got used to Sosa world.
I know, I see you doing your live and shit with the avatar. Oh shit. Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, I'm like, man, where's Sosa world at, man? I'm like, Sosa then fell off.
Tomorrow, Sosa? You gonna hit the button tomorrow?
Yeah, if I do, it'll be like in the afternoon when I get back.
Okay, cool. That'll work.
For sure, this show, peace, y'all.
All right, fellas.
All right, peace.
Mm-hmm. Boom. All right, where we at? Boom. So yeah, y'all, there we have it. The war's over, but the battles are still being fought. What does Kemet mean, man? We ain't even get to it. We already know what it means. We done looked at the sources 100 times over. All of the sources tell us that Kemet means the black land, referring to the soil. Look, man, y'all get in that. I'm gonna put that subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. We losing subscribers, man. We ain't streaming, man. I don't know what's going on. All right. But I definitely need y'all to get in this server. Hold on, let me grab it. I need y'all to copy invite link. I need y'all to come over here to our show Discord, right? And let's make this live. You know what I mean? Let's do this. All right. Great build. I miss y'all. You dig? I know I've been gone. I've been super busy. But like I said, man, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to be getting all this done all the time, man, and still being able to go live and, you know, all that. So, but it's definitely been a fun show, and I miss y'all. It made me remind why I'm still over here doing this, man. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah. DQ. Check.
Subscribe.
Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground.
Hit that like button on y'all way out.
Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In the room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright. Nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, could you stay down? Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In the room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Calculated every step, so I can't stand a hater out here hating on. Niggas out here making moves. See, I hand out the type of shit they waiting on. I'm the type to overlook a hand, cause the wrong step will cost an arm and leg. Niggas tripping, signing deals in red. I'ma hit the booth and make some hits instead. Light years ahead. We done go short a couple of albums, see we up for the challenge. Man, I'm focused on the bread. But these niggas be fucking understanding when it come to my talents. It just pop up past when it come to the salad. Yeah, zips to the head. And we never mind hating consumers when it come to the rumors, cause we put them hoes to bed. Oh yeah, niggas try to take the page out my book and take the same steps I took. Network and cultivating relationship, a skill still for real overlooked. Whole squad moving like we Voltron. Yeah, the whole nine looking like a gold mine. I'ma show mine, nigga, when it's go time. I'ma blow mine, niggas, when it's showtime. Niggas try to take the page out my book and take the same steps I took. Cultivating networking relationship, a skill still for real overlooked. Whole squad moving like we Voltron. Yeah, the whole nine looking like a gold mine. Only show mine, nigga, when it's go time. I'ma blow mine, niggas, when it's showtime. Yes, sir. Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In the room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright. Nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In the room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Yeah. Big dreams, nightmares and monsters. Pimp thieves, hoes, thoughts and choppers. Crooked oppers, play cops and robbers. Siblings, smoke weed's the mantra. Weigh risk against shit that cost us. Hit a lick, it tastes bittersweet. You just a good soul, you wanna save the world, but you ain't they type, so they hint to lead. Wholesome souls die and world's incomplete. So I chase the pain so I can chase my dreams. Liquor is licorice inside my candy shop. Candy paint drop, wood grain supreme. Good for it, I'm good for it. Start the wave, you'll see when you look for it. Real recognize the real you look for. Pressing your luck and I wish you would force. You don't want a person nigga that be living on this North Star. So close, but I'm so far. I'm a tiger in the woods, but I swing like a home run. Holistically on par. You don't really want war, but I'm raw like a tennis racket. How about Venus, but I'm on Mars. So went the galactic is soup for your solar. Bring it back now. You don't want a person nigga that be living on this North Star. So close, but I'm so far. I'm a tiger in the woods, but I swing like a home run. Holistically on par. You don't really want war, but I'm raw like a tennis racket. How about Venus, but I'm on Mars. So went the galactic is soup for your solar. Virgo. Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright, nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, could you stay down? Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In the room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right.
Boom, that's what it is. Hey, listen, Sonic, I ain't mean no disrespect, but I will say that if race or black was a negative put on Africans, and you say, and East Africans say that they're not black, but will turn around and say that other Africans are black, then that's participating in the racism, right? The right thing to say, right, is that none of us is black and black don't exist. But the moment you say that I'm not black, they black, and I'm different from that, right? Then you're participating in the racism, and I gotta call it out. So that's the whole point. You dig what I'm saying? If it's wrong for East Africans to be called black, then it's wrong for West Africans to be called black. But, and if you have anything in your head that makes you don't see that, then you know it's racism. The moment, if your only point is I'm different than them or I'm not the same as them, I totally agree. All people are different. All people have a different thing going on, right? Totally agree. Totally agree. But if you're not black, right? If you're saying that the only reason you're not black is because you're not the same as a West African, then you're being racist. That's the point. Because none of y'all called yourselves black but for colonization and racism from other people. None of you Africans. That's my point. We could do that. We could do that, Sonic. Matter of fact, we can get up in the we can do a phone call tomorrow on the Discord. You feel me? We can do that on the Discord tomorrow. Let's set that up. All right, y'all. All right, y'all, I gotta get, man, I'm sleepy, man. I gotta work in the morning. I'm tripping. Sitting up here playing with y'all, knowing I gotta go to church in the morning. Look, I'm up here playing with y'all, knowing I gotta get up and go to church first thing in the morning on Sunday. But look, that's how you know I miss y'all, because I done already played the outro song. You know what I mean? And oh, DQ got a book out, y'all. We gonna do an interview with DQ. We gotta do an interview with DQ, yo. We gotta pick up DQ book, yo. Yeah, man. You gotta pick that up, man. We gonna do a show, man. He gonna do a little reading for us. You know what I mean? Tell us what his book about, man. DQ got the music. Look, DQ is a serious dude. Yo got the music. And now he's writing books. He got the motherfucking, he got the cannabis business. You dig what I'm saying? DQ, man, that young brother moving, man. That young brother moving. All right, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm gone, y'all. Like the show, hit the misinformation thinks Muhammad was black. That's crazy. Yeah, I heard that too, Dr. Bernard. It's crazy. All right, y'all, man. Get out that chat, man. Click the link. Hit the like button. If y'all want to continue this conversation, go over to the Discord. You know what I mean? I'm going to get that Discord popping so hard. Y'all going to be fighting to get in that jump. Peace. See y'all tomorrow, hopefully.